Ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment we've all been waiting for.
Graham Hall!
The silencer, Jeff Smith!
People were cheering.
James up.
That is special.
It's Tom Sykes!
Level warrior, Devon
Can he better it by 50?
James on the second.
Well, that makes him the most dangerous player in this group, doesn't it?
And Haynes gets tops.
Thompson. Oh, and Topsy's found. And that's what you're on about. And he finds it with his third and final dart.
That leaves the bull. Oh, well done, Johnson-Hale.
And it is a game that's been won. There you go.
James on the first one.
Hello, good afternoon. Welcome along to the ADC Global Championship, where the second phase of the competition is about to begin. 56 has become 32, and the race to win this magnificent trophy has gone up another notch. With us in the studio, Jess Smith and Scott Mitchell on this Tuesday afternoon. Great to see the pair of you, and you two got a little bit of history when it comes to the world stage. Sorry to bring it up, Jeff, but you two shared a world semi-final once upon a time.
Yeah, we've been friends for a long time now. He obviously got me back in the day, but I've returned the favour since.
Lots of times, mate, lots of times.
Well, great to see the pair of you. And in the second half of this year's ADC Global Championship, we've seen the defending champion Devon Peterson depart in the first stage worth of competition. And we've also seen some shocks and surprises throughout the course of the last few days as well. Scott, just in terms of the tournament as a whole, what would be your overall conceptions of how things have gone up to press?
I think it's gone really well. It's obviously a new idea. The amount of players is new, and so it gives more opportunity. So I think that's always a plus for everything. So, yeah, I think it's been received quite well.
There has been some shocks and surprises, as Scott says. I suppose the biggest story so far is the Greek Panagiotis Chrysos-Paphis, who won Group 7, and he was the 100-to-1 outsider to go on and win that group. And what an amazing story this has been for the Global Championship.
Yeah, he was great to watch. Obviously, he wasn't scoring the highest of the group, but he had the best timing. And when he had an opportunity to win, he burns you.
He's through. As too, Scott, is Tom Sykes. We're going to see him in action later on tonight. Now, he's the tournament favourite from this point onwards. And he could go full circle. He came here as a Super Series ADC qualifier. He's looking to lift the biggest trophy the ADC has on offer.
Absolutely, and he's probably the biggest scorer of everybody that we've got left in the competition. Is he going to fall to the pressure? Possibly. It's a big thing to be the favourite on something like this, but also he sometimes sort of strays on his doubles and offers opportunities. I think with the bunch of players we got here from now on, I don't think he can afford to do that.
Well, we're into the second phase of the competition now. 56 has become 32, and at the midway point, it's Tom Sykes, who the bookies think is the favourite to go on and win the competition. We're getting Group 1 of the second phase underway today. And we look at some of the players on show, Johnny Haynes and Carl Wilson. I suppose they're the two standout players. And we look at the opportunity that's on offer for all four players, Phil Johnson-Hale and Deklerck in there as well. Only the top player can get through, and it's a new format. Players are going to be playing back-to-back games. It's going to be intriguing to see how the players get on with this.
Yeah, it's a completely brand new format, new tournament. Everybody starts at zero. There's no advantage anymore with who's starting first. You're both going to get an opportunity, but at the same time, it's going to be whoever brings the wow factor. Average DARTS is not going to win this group.
In terms of the favourites to get through, it feels like Johnny and Carl are the two to beat. Is that a fair assessment?
I think it is a fair assessment, but I think also a very fair assessment is what you just say. There's going to be times where the guys are going to come off the stage and straight back on without a gap. They would have never have done that before. They're also playing each other twice on the same day. Probably wouldn't have done that before in such a short space of time. So for me, I think you can probably throw the rule book out of the window for this. Till we see a couple of groups like this and how they pan out, we're not really sure ourselves how it's going to go.
Well, these are the odds for the tournament. Now, Tom Sykes, as we mentioned earlier on, he goes off the favourite. He's 9-2. Christian Perez 13-2, and Carl Wilson is 17-2. We're going to see him in action this afternoon. As to Johnny Haynes at 10-1. In terms of the betting, Jeff, is Tom Sykes the right favourite for you?
This could go either way. For me, I think it's closer than this. I'm a fan of Kurt Perry down at 14-1. I think he has a game that he's got a power scoring ability, but he also has power finishing. So if he can put it together, who knows?
And interesting as well, you look at the likes of Danny Van Tripe and Chaz Barstow, particularly Danny, they're not even on the betting page. Danny Van Tripe 20-1.
No, absolutely. Another one, Rob Martin, who seemed to sort of get through his group fairly comfortably. He's not even on the top sheet. So, yeah, it's very interesting for me, and I think that tells me that even the bookies aren't sure.
Well, gents, we look forward to hearing you on commentary throughout the course of the day. Scott's going to get his skates on because he's going to join Trina Gulliver in the commentary box. Our first game of the afternoon is a meeting between Johnny Haynes and Phil Johnson-Hale. And alongside Scott in the commentary box, it's the 10-time champion of the world. It's a very good afternoon to Trina Gulliver.
Good afternoon, Henry. Thank you very much. Yeah, welcome to Phase 2 of the ADC Global Championships. I've got Johnny Haynes here, age 61, from Swindon, against Phil Johnson-Hale, age 44, from Cambridge. Phil finished 4th place in Group 3. Johnny Haynes finished winner of Group 1. So that's their journey to get here. And we've got referee Owen Binks is our referee for today.
First leg, it's Johnny to throw first. Game on.
And joining me now is Scott.
Yeah, thanks, Trina. For me, the whole competition, the Global
85.
Championship, epitomises opportunities, and none more so than for Phil Johnson-Hale, who kind of epitomises what the whole Global Championship is all about. We're going to see players that maybe you wouldn't usually see in a big TV tournament like this. And
95.
They've qualified through their little areas or whatever they come from to be here. And it's a real starting place for some players
87.
that don't have the opportunity to travel around the world, that don't have the finances or the job or whatever in their own personal life to be able to do what you see most of the guys do to arrive at the big championships. And this whole global idea is just fantastic for those types of players. And we're going to continue to see
100.
players like this come through as long as the global championship is running.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you say, it gives a lot of
59.
players a lot of options, doesn't it? And I mean, where else would you have the opportunity to play on a stage like this? It's a fantastic stage up there, and you know the venue is brilliant.
101. Johnny Mc
And
120.
it's a special place to play.
Trine, for me, this place is my favourite throw, but Johnny's on here. 1-2-2. He's gone the treble 20 route
82.
because his opponent, Johnson-Hale, is on 1-6-8, so wasn't on a shot.
60. Johnny required 40.
It's tops end for the first leg of today.
Game shot on the first
And he
leg,
finds it with his
Johnny
second dart.
Haynes.
First blood to Haynes.
First blood to
Second
Haynes,
leg, it's Phil
indeed.
to throw first. Game on.
Johnny's been around a long, long while in the game. When I was but a wee
41.
lad playing local club leagues and CIU darts and things like that, Johnny was around playing in Swindon, the Rodbourne Shaney Club.
123.
Yeah, nicknamed the Punk.
He doesn't seem to have aged. That's the best bit. He looks the same age now as
97.
44 years ago when I met him. No, it was a bit shorter than that, but you know what I
I was
mean.
gonna say,
It was
you're
a
not-
while ago.
I know you look old, love, but you're not that old.
77.
He wasn't quite so grey, Johnny, and he had a bit more hair.
$40.
One of the few players that wears combat pants.
Oh, he's got his posh ones on now. He's got better ones than that. He's got pink combat
58.
pants. He's got green ones. He's got every shade. The grey combat. He looked like he was in E17 at one point. The pop band. He had all. He's got
35.
all the range of combats at home, and now he's got black ones to sort of comply with the
And
rules.
so what you're saying is then that Snakebite Right
100.
got his idea from Johnny Haynes.
I'm saying that Snake the White Right was not the first. And any Johnny Haynes fans that are watching
57.
know that I'm right.
Johnny require 103.
Well, he's left himself 103 here after 12. 43 left. Tops then for the second leg of the match.
63.
And that's just above. But he will be back. Johnson-Hale on 2-3-1.
35.
That's unfortunate.
Johnny
Kind
require
of a
40.
dart on dart out, that wasn't it?
It was. But tops now for Johnny.
Game shot on the
And
second
he pins
leg.
it with his
Johnny
second dart.
Haynes.
Leads this match by 2 legs to 1. That's 2 17 dart legs he's had.
Third leg, it's Johnny to throw first. Game on.
Another thing about Johnny Haynes is his darts. I reckon he got those darts off the arc.
59.
They've been around an awful long time. It looks to be the old-fashioned copper tungsten type barrel rather than the nickel tungsten you see
180.
being so effective in this day and age, just as Johnson-Hale shows me how effective his ones are.
96.
I bet you can't buy a set of those anywhere that Johnny Haynes is using now.
We were saying the other day that if you notice his barrel, there's a bit of a scallop in the
70.
barrel. And we don't know whether, that's whether they were once straight. He's kept them that long. That natural curve in the barrel is created by
140.
where his hand and his finger and thumb's been.
My early darts that I first started using when I was 15 or 16, a guy at the pub gave them to my best mate,
100.
and they were of similar tungsten, and I ended up having them off my best mate because I had a set of brass darts and he had a set of tungsten darts. So I ended up taking these darts and borrowing them for the evening. I never gave them back.
180.
And all my darts ever since, with
151.
any manufacturer that I've been with, are a base of this dart that I was given back then.
131.
Well, that was unlucky.
Johnny require 26.
But 26 now for Haynes.
Game shot
For
on
a
the
3-0
third leg.
lead and a
Johnny
13
Haynes.
dart leg. And that was an opportunity for Johnson-Hale as well.
Fourth
What a
is
leg
Phil
that
to
would have
throw
been.
first. Game on.
Wouldn't it have been indeed? But like I say, this is the standard now that we're looking at.
95.
But there's enough games in this group where you play everybody. You will have your chance to get back, but it is only top of the group that goes through.
100.
So that's the difference. It's effectively a straight knockout, but in a group form. This is more like a knockout than any other group we've ever had here.
93.
It's cutthroat, that's for sure.
But this is a global championship. This is a championship of the globe, and it has to be cutthroat.
59.
To find the best winner, you have to have tournaments that are cutthroat. Did you ever not feel that your 10 World Championships, they were all kind of cutthroat?
Well, yeah, because ours was a very short format. So, yeah, if you were in trouble if you didn't get off to a good start.
Well, best of 7 is very similar for these guys, I could imagine.
100.
That's why I posted the question to you.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is a format as well that the leg difference plays even more important of a part than it does in the group stages, because you've got 4 that qualify in the first phase of this, whereas this is just the one.
98. Johnny require 100.
Well, he's left himself 16 if he returns, but this now could be a 4-0 victory here for Johnny Haynes. Well, he'll go for 17 to leave himself top. So Johnson-Hale, a chance to get a leg on the board. 8-8. And
Game
8-8
shot
he
on the
finds
fourth
with his
leg.
first start.
Phil Johnson-Hale.
Gets that first leg. And trails by 3 legs to 1.
First.
But Phil deserves that. He's been there and thereabouts in all those legs so far. just been a little unfortunate to be a dart behind. And when he did get a dart, a double, it was for a big shot, and they either go or they don't. It's a tough one. To only have had one dart up to then, he's 1 from 2 on his doubling.
55.
So you can't argue with that. And what he's done, he's shown Johnny Haynes that you give me a chance, mate, I'm going to have it.
Yeah, exactly. And averages at the moment, Johnny's averaging 91 plus and Phil Johnson-Hale 81 plus. So there is a 10-point difference.
140.
But look what just getting that leg has done to Johnson-Hale's confidence. He's now thrown with a bit of freedom.
60.
And it now looks like Johnny Haynes is in problems. He was up running a 96-97 at parts of this game, early doors, and now he's kind of dropping off.
127.
And Johnson-Hale is, well, he's just throwing caution to the wind, which is what you have to do when you're 3-1 down. He stopped trying. He stopped overthinking. He's just looking at that red bit and trying to hit it as many times as he can with the darts that he has in his hand. And he's looking very good in this leg to break Haynes.
97.
That's a great last start from Phil. Leaves himself 82. 82 after 12.
140.
So you can tell the quality of this game.
Phil, you require 82.
Top set. And
Game
tops he
shot on the
finds.
fifth leg.
Takes out the 82
Phil
and closes the
Johnson-Hale.
gap and goes within 1.
6th player gets Phil to throw first. Game up.
Yeah, so Haynes, after doing all the front running to get to 3-0, Johnson-Hale has
59.
not allowed him another double since. Haynes won't be worried because obviously he knows he has the throw in the last leg.
83.
But you don't want to take it to that. And as a player, Trina, we both know that when you're sat there at 3-2 and you've got the darts to go 3-3, that is the hardest leg to try and hold throw, isn't it? Because you're so close to going out, there's no room for error. And so even though you have the darts here to go 3-3, it's still a nervy leg.
Absolutely, you don't want it to go 3-3. You want the job done, don't you? And dusted, done and dusted. And like I said, the leg difference comes into play as well as Phil Johnson-Hale hits another max. That's his second of this contest.
It looked like Haynes was just starting to turn the screw again. Phil has halted that. Now needs another treble.
59.
Doesn't find one. So Haynes, if he can turn the corner here and get himself double digits,
100.
which he's just done, you feel that Johnson-Hale has to take this out.
Well, he needed treble 20 there for the double 19.
94.
Well,
Johnny
does leave
require
it
84.
handy for himself should Haynes not take out this 84, but this is for the match.
Went for the treble 14, but it's all about the bullseye.
42. Phil, you require 24.
Misses it left. Johnson-Hale, then this is big to go 3-3. All the pressure will be back on Haynes if he can convert this. One more at double 6.
18.
And he hasn't done that.
Phil, you require
5. Johnson-Hale with an opportunity to level. Double 1 to take us to a deciding leg.
4. Johnny, you require 35.
So then Haynes has got to burn a dart. Where does he go for double 10? He's gone inside again. These are really nervy moments. We know it's the opening game here at stage 2.
No score.
Well, I was just about to say that's a great marker, but took a bigger deflection than was wanted.
No
and
score.
Johnny Haynes has failed to hit the number.
2.
So another opportunity for Johnson-Hale for 3-3.
No score.
And he can't convert either.
Johnny, you require 10.
He's hit the 2. He's back down to double 2 now. And he takes it for the win eventually. Johnny Haynes gets over the line. Phil Johnson-Hale and Haynes have a good giggle about the way that went. The legs were going 17, 17, 13, 16, 15, and then 27 for the last leg. That's damaged the averages, so I'm not kind of interested in any of those. We take a short break, and when we come back, we have Deklerck taking on Carl Wilson.
Are you ready to lift that trophy, Darius? Yes. Let's do it then. Ladies and gentlemen, your own Super Series 9 champion is Lucky D, Darius Labanowski!
Well, what a wonderful night of darts we have seen, and we are ready. Our champion is ready, and it's trophy. So we see the trophy. £25,000. The new Modus Super Series champion, the Terminator, Marvin. And one more time, the 8th Modus Super Series champion, the Terminator, Marvin Van Velzen. And the new Modus Super Series champion is Andreas Dirty Harrison. And one more time, the 7th Modus Super Series champion. Give it up for Andreas Dirty Harris.
We've all been waiting for. Would you please show your appreciation for your Series 6 Modus Super Series champion, Scott Taylor?
One more time, your new Modus Super Series champion. He is Chicky. He is Jim. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Modus Super Series champion, retaining his title, the Nuke, Luke Littler!
Welcome back to the ADC Global Championship here live on Pluto TV from the Live Lounge in Portsmouth. And you join us on Game 2 when we just started Phase 2. And this is Group 1 of the Global Championship as we head our way to a winner and we get to our last 8 at the end of the week. The winner of these groups go through, the winner only. Here we have Carl Wilson, 36 from Royal Tunbridge Wells, using his 24-gram dart, taking on Deklerck, the Belgian, qualifying from the Western region table. I can see they're having a little warm-up. Referee
Game on.
Binks. calls it all to order as we get our game underway.
Stein, age 30.
85.
Played in Group 2 and finished 3rd. Group qualify for today's play.
43.
Carl Wilson played in Group 4 and achieved 2nd place in that group for his run today.
119.
So finishing their group in stage 1 is dictated where they come to the stage 2 group. So
140.
this is now all changed. It's the new format.
60.
And this is real cutthroat. Only one goes through from the group. And the way that the group stages now work is that sometimes
50.
you'll be, because every player plays each other twice in this stage 2 group stage. So there'll be times when a player will come off the stage and come straight
59.
back on, which is something that we don't always do in individual darts. Generally, in a knockout tournament, you get a space or whatever. This is a round robin format, but it feels like
58.
knockout as a player. It's feeling like you're having to win every game.
Well, they'll definitely be going out to do that.
98.
And like I said, emphasis of winning as many legs as possible to make a real difference when it comes to the end of the day. Point tally. You're on the same points, then we go to leg difference. So
60.
just underneath, so chance for Wilson to take out the 70. Double 16.
38. My number required 20.
Double for Deklerck. There's only one place he's left to go, and that's inside, surely.
No score.
How's that not gone in? I don't think you can work it out yourself.
I took a big deflection, didn't it? And went the wrong side of the bed. But
first leg.
double 16 is taken out by Carl Wilson for a break of throw.
Second against Cole to throw first.
He leads by 1 leg to 0.
$140.
Start of the leg for Wilson.
$100.
Wilson from Royal Tunbridge Wells, Kent.
58.
Is that not where the home of the British Pentathlon used to be played?
The 6-in-1 club.
Yeah, I remember it well.
What a tournament that was. Back in the day, in our day. Again.
Terrible duffers that we are in our Val Dunican rocking chairs here.
Yeah. I like your sisters, by the way.
133.
They're my favourite ones. They're fluffy on the inside. Keep my feet warm now I'm old.
Keep the arthritis away, doesn't it?
100. Cole, we require 170.
Keep the blood thin.
170 for Wilson. Does go.
105.
But leaves himself 65 when he returns. Deklerck
140.
back. 2-4-1, but that will help.
165.
Pressure rise is 65.
Game.
Topsy finds
Cole
and holds his throw, takes the 2-0 lead. And a 15-dart leg there from Carl Wilson.
Game.
Looks in control of this match so far. Can Deklerck do on track?
Well, Deklerck won't be worried too much at the moment. He'll know that he's back on throw. He's been broken one. He's back on throw, and he'll fancy his chance chances of holding throw here, but if he doesn't hold here, then he's in all sorts of problems because Wilson will be 3 out and he'll be then throw for the match. The bookies have Johnny Haynes and Carl Wilson as the 2 favourites for this group.
60.
Yeah, they've got Carl Wilson at 17-2.
Johnny's out at 10-1 to win it overall. So that makes them the 2 favourites from this group to go through, but only one can go through. And I really think this one could go on count back. I really do. We're usually looking at count back to see who goes into which on a normal series. This whole format,
100.
turn that on its head, this global championship format. And I, for one, really quite like it. I like how cutthroat it is. There's going to be interest in every single game. Obviously, there's monetary value to where you finish in the position of your group. So everybody will be trying right to the end to try and change the position in their group. Because even if they go out, they get a little bit more than their last fare home for the Global Championship. And all their efforts will have felt they will feel it'll be worthwhile.
83.
Deklerck just not having any luck really at the moment. As Wilson looks at 70. A double 16.
38.
Well, I'll find the target. So a chance here then for Deklerck. Needs a treble 20. Can't find it. So
57.
Wilson back for double 16 for a 3 lead.
Yeah, 3-0 lead. And what have to say, he's cruising, isn't he? Put under no pressure whatsoever.
Full flag, it's Cole to throw first.
And Wilson will be over the moon if he could turn this one to a 4-0 win. Said about his difference, what have you. This could be very, very crucial and important come the end of the day. He's 4-0 wins. I saw Johnny Haynes earlier, probably his main rival for the group, 3-0 up and kind of not make it and dropped a couple of legs. So I think all eyes are going to be on the table all day in the players' room.
Oh, absolutely.
Session, yeah.
Yeah. Going to be trying to figure it out and figure out where they're sitting, what they need to do to get into a better position. But then there's that danger of overthinking as well.
Yeah, very much so, mate. There is a real danger of getting. We've both been out in that back room as competitors here, and we know how you've always got one in the group that knows the permutations of who you win this, I'll do that, he does this, he does that, and they go through it. You can't look at it like this. And the other thing I find absolutely amazing with this is that at times the 2 players that are going to be playing each other, where we've been out in the back room when there's groups of 6 people out there, there is at times going to be 2 people left in the back room. This is a group of 4, and those 2 could be having to play each other the very next game. What are the conversations going to be? Are you going to be talking? Are you going to be ignoring that person because you've then got to play them in 10 minutes time? I think the whole dynamic of this whole format here in stage 2 is damn marvellous.
This now is double 16 for the match. You can't convert, so chance for Deklerck to get a leg on the board. 56 left. Double 18.
58.
And that is some distance away.
32.
So now Wilson, double 16 for a 4-0 victory over Stein Deklerck. Averages there 87.13 for Carl Wilson, 77.96 for Stein. No maximums in the match. Coming up after the break, we have Phil Johnson-Hale and Stein Deklerck, who's just played.
64. Charlie require 164. 44. 32. Charlie require 120.
Well, 120. He's got a fair, at least 2 handfuls of this. Just needs to stay
60.
there. That's a good shot. Halves his score, leaves him on a 2 darter.
26. Charlie
Time on his
require
side
60.
to become back-to-back single champion.
Definitely a couple of nerves in those last 2 darts, but he'll be coming back.
It's a moment he's been in before this situation. Standing at the back of the stage, approaching the hockey with a chance in the title.
He did this to win the first title, if you remember.
11.
I think he's gone.
Georgia
I think he's gone to
118.
bust it, maybe. The first title he won, he wanted 20. He went 6-7-7 to win it. He had a chance to replicate it again.
I get the feeling that was for a bust, and
39.
on that situation there, George Scaife wasn't even able to take it out going to the 18s on that switch.
Yeah, I think he just panicked a bit, but he's done well to get that big one.
Sometimes going to be the hardest part.
Georgia requires
This is
79.
it. Got to be 19s. Got to be 19s for this shot. Big 20 and a double. First one, he's going to get a match dart here.
$59. Charlie
The entire body into that one. Just didn't want to let go of the dart.
No score.
He's giving George a chance.
Georgia require.
I think George has been quite good on double 10 today.
So many opportunities for Charlie Murphy.
Go!
Couldn't get the job
Yes!
done.
Got in the match, and the Red Dragon
George Scaife.
Super is influence is champion. George Scaife.
Welcome back to the ADC Global Championship, where we see Deklerck back on the stage just around about 3 minutes since losing 4-0 Carl Wilson. And this is where this group of 4 dynamic becomes rather interesting, because there's going to be a few occasions today where players are going to have to play back-to-back games. We'll see Carl Wilson play back-to-back a few moments. We'll also see Johnny Haynes do something similar. It's just one of the quirks of fate when it comes to this particular format. Now, the winner of this one will pick up their first of the day. For Johnson-Hale losing out 4-2 to Johnny Haynes in his opening match. Jeff Smith's alongside me in commentary for this one. And it's going to be intriguing to see how Stein Bond's losing 4-0 literally just 3 minutes ago.
Yeah, it's bringing a new element into the format that we've never seen here before. So it's going to be quite interesting to see how he handles that.
23.
He obviously didn't get off the mark to what he needed to, but it could also be a blessing in disguise. He's had a warm-up on that throw, or on that stage, and see if he uses that and comes back strong here.
How do you reckon you would have dealt with the format where you had to play back-to-back games? Would you have changed the way maybe you would have prepared
45.
for it? Or how would you have dealt with that situation?
It's similar to a televised tournament when you have TV break. You have that option to stay out on stage. I think in his scenario, I think
55.
I would have probably stayed out and got my throw going the way I wanted to. Johnson-Hale is now sat for a game. He's sitting back cold in the room. Obviously, he's
100.
probably practicing there, but it's not the same as the stage. So I think if he stayed out, then that's the right move.
So effectively, you kind of play it as if it's like a first-to-8 race with a break in the middle if you kind of get on coming from.
Yeah, it's a brand new game, and it's a serious 2 points needed on the board there right now. So he's got to get his head right, and if he doesn't, he could be in serious trouble to stay in the race with the other front.
83.
This is where the format becomes rather difficult, because for Stein, he could effectively find himself out the race within the space of 10 minutes, having played a huge portion of a lot of matches in the session.
Stein, you require 150.
Though looking at 150 to get a break in the opening leg, and it would be for his first leg of the day.
59.
And now
Phil,
Phil
you
also got
require
behind the 8 ball in his first match against Johnny, but he did string a couple of good legs together, so he'll be looking to feed off that last performance and try to improve that out of a 70 average. He's obviously got a better game than that.
Stein, 191.
Yeah, we saw it in his stage 1 performances as Deklerck looks at 91, goes double-double, finds a double 17, and he gets a double top to get himself on the board for the day. 5th time the charm. Deklerck went up with a break.
Second leg, it's Stein to throw first.
That's going to be a massive boost to his confidence. He's just put his first leg on the board against a new opponent, and he's going to just have to play this one leg at a time, try to get his 4-0 back, and get himself back
140.
Well, let's have a look at the numbers that both players punched in the first stage of the competition, because Phil Johnson-Hale, he played some steady stuff without being spectacular. Averaged 82.5 a day in phase 1, 30% in terms of his finishing, and a high average of 86.74, high check and a 1-1. He played okay stuff, but he knows if he's going to get through this particular group, he's going to have to up that level a little bit.
Yeah, I said it from the top of the show, and I think who's going to bring the wow factor is what's in the group, because at some point in time you're just going to be better than everybody else. And what he's produced so far, not quite there yet, but he is showing some promise.
121.
As Phil has now just hit his 3rd 180, so he's leading in that stat, but he's going to lead in the win department.
Well, this is how crazy this format
95.
is. Around 5 minutes ago,
Stein
Deklerck averaged 77.96. Early on in this game, a ton on the nose, and he's looking at 11 darter with a ton
80.
checker just underneath.
Phil, you require 130.
And again, it's that having that extra few minutes on stage. He's had one, and Phil coming on cold, doesn't get a crack at this 130.
85.
He's allowed Deklerck back for this 2-0 lead. Pops the switch for a double. Makes
Show
the
the
choice.
second leg. Stein Deklerck.
It definitely is a risky situation there,
Phil
in that situation, but obviously he believed in his ability, and he hit that double.
It's going to be one of them groups, isn't it, where everyone's going to split 10. We know Johnny Haynes will do it. That's just what he's for ever. And Stein Deklerck also subscribes to the split with 10 left.
45.
He opens a bit slow in this leg. That's going to give Johnson-Hale an opportunity here if he can count, and he does on that last hour in the 18s. Now, Phil's kind of the same situation as was earlier. He's behind the 8 ball once again, and he starts stringing some legs together. This is much better from him.
123.
I just wonder, from your perspective, who do you think will be the type of players that will benefit from playing back-to-back games, and who do you think will be the type of players in terms of style that maybe wouldn't benefit from that?
Yeah, I think if you've won your first game, you've got to carry that momentum through. And if you don't, you have to find a way to turn it around, and sometimes that can be difficult. But yeah, the favorites, obviously they've been in these situations many times.
Phil, you require 94.
Maybe not through challenge tours and whatnot. You're not going to play back-to-back games in those situations, but at the end of these tournaments, you do. So the ones that are used to being in those positions should be more comfortable with that situation.
Well, Johnson-Hale's put himself in a better situation here, taking out the 94 for 14 yards. Best leg match so far, but still trailing 2-1 because of that break. And what Stein did make in that first in terms of break, he has to cash in here.
140.
And the biggest factor so far is he needed to raise his game, and he has. So that's a plus for him, and he's going to be confident, and he's hoping to carry this on.
He's finding that first dart more often now, isn't he, Stein? Where there was a number of occasions in that game against Wilson where he just found himself wanting too many times. And the other thing was the amount of drifts to the single 5 he had in that particular contest.
Yeah, it's a big switch from the 78 average that he threw earlier. He's throwing 18 points higher than what he did, and obviously it's come down to first game jitters, and he's now settling in.
60.
He just got to carry on and hopefully punch this out with a 4-1. You don't want to go too far behind on leg difference by any means, but he's showing that he does have a game that he can come back.
161.
Well, 6 darts here from 161 to re-establish the 2-leg buffer, and they're the first snatch into a far from ideal target.
41.
Just open up the door a little bit here for Phil if he can pile a couple in.
Need that last triple to leave a finish, so that's going to get Deklerck here 6 darts if he needs them, but 3 would be nice.
100.
Just under the wire, but he does leave double 10, and he will be back for that.
Turning into a really tidy contest, this one. Deklerck back for 2 10s to establish the 2-leg lead in this match.
120.
Beautiful guy. He just follow it in. Chasing 5s.
Game shot
And
number
gets
4.
the 5.
Stein Deklerck.
That's a 3-1 lead for Stein. And he is in now in prime position. And he'll be looking to end this match right now. He doesn't want to worry about Phil this throw. He needs to attack it.
He has shown that he's able to battle off a couple of legs in quick succession. He did exactly that against Johnny Haynes. The big problem for him was when he did so, he was 3-0 down in the contest. Haynes was able to run out a 4-2 victory. Phil will play back-to-back games when he comes back to the stage. He'll have a game off
35.
until game 6, and then he will play against Carl Wilson, and then play Johnny Haynes straight after. Against the throw in the first game, with the darts in the second game. Carl Wilson will take on Johnny Haynes in the next one. Johnny will then play Stein Deklerck after that.
93.
Stein had a couple of stray darts in his first throw and a troublous visit in the second. That's opened the door here for
55.
Phil. He's in well command of this leg.
80. 54.
118 does not have to go.
180.
Sure would like it to go, just for a bit of confidence. He'll have to stay there. And he has it. That'll leave double 19 for a 118 finish. Just next door, banging on the neighbor's door.
However, I suppose if your opponent's on 266, if you're going to miss double 19, double 7's not too bad because you leave yourself 2 trolls when you return. And you may have to take out the double 12. Otherwise, this game could be over. Deklerck piling in his first max of the match and putting this under maximum pressure.
Well inside on that 12. He's going to have to switch some sides over to double 6.
12.
And that 180, I think, is just the right amount of pressure on that. Now Deklerck for the match.
Well, it's rattled the cage, hasn't it? Oh, he's tried to play safe, and when he's just pulled that, it just did not leave the hand well whatsoever.
36.
I think he was going double 18 for double 16 there, and I think that was just too aggressive for me. If you're going to go that route, you have to go hard inside wire, and it went well past the double.
Phil Johnson-Hale.
And then lost him on the score sheet.
All
that work he did, hit the 180, put the pressure on, and then didn't even give himself a shot at that double.
Has got the assurance policy here, though, having the darts to see this contest out.
85.
Picks up a treble in the last there.
60.
Phil has a nice soft throw. Straight down the middle. Nice firm action.
100.
But Deklerck's the one that's banging in the triples right now.
Quite literally a case of what a difference a game can make.
100.
Johnson-Hale, like he did against Johnny Haynes, is just chipping away at his opponent and asking the question of, can you finish the job off? Johnny was able to do that. But Deklerck is just showing one or two signs of vulnerability as the finishing line approaches.
58.
And that 58 is going to be music to Stein's ears. No pressure. Just needs to stay straight. He has the advantage. That's a great 140. He's a very manageable 116 for when he comes back.
And he's going to get time for 116 to get the job done. He's going to have 6 starts. Maybe we'll get more if he needs it. This 4-4-2 win, and to get himself on the board for Johnson, be back-to-back 4-2 defeats to kick his campaign off. He should get a dart at a double. He should get 2 darts at a double when he comes back.
100.
Like in the last leg, a nice pressurized shot.
You're requiring 56.
He needs to finish this game.
And finish it off he will, and Deklerck finds himself on the board. He gets the better of Phil Johnson-Hale by 4 legs to 2. For Phil, that's back-to-back 4-2 defeats to kick off his session. For Stein, he's played back-to-back 1 win, 1 defeat, but he'll be happy with the 2 points he's picked up there. Coming up after the break, Johnny Haynes is playing the first of his double banker, and he takes on Carl Wilson next. Welcome back to the ADC Global Championship, where before the break we saw Deklerck get the better of Phil Johnson-Hale by 4 legs to 2. Deklerck has played his double banker for the day, and we're about to see Johnny Haynes do his. He takes on Carl Wilson first before then taking on Deklerck in a couple of moments' time. And it feels like this is going to be the head-to-head that perhaps determines who makes it through and who will depart the Global Championship at this phase. The two heavy favourites to make it through. Wilson went off the bookies' favourite to win. He was 6-5 with the odds compilers. Haynes 8-5 second favourite. In fact, we've got the third and fifth favourite to win the whole competition going head-to-head here. Before dart was thrown today, the bookmakers made Carl Wilson the 17-2 third favourite to win the ADC Global Championship. Johnny Haynes was the 10-1 fifth favourite. And I just wonder, Jeff, whether these two would have targeted one another, and feel this is the head-to-head to determine whether they make it through or not.
Yeah, the bookies seldom get it wrong, and they're gonna both be aware of that situation. I think biggest scenario for both of them right now is to make sure that this is a tight game either way. Only one can get the win, but a 4-3 will work in favor of either player.
Well, Johnny Haynes was the best performer in the first round of this year's Global Championship. 100. Over the course of his 6 matches, he averaged 92.5. He's finishing around 1 in 3. Recorded the highest ever average in the history of this competition, 111.33 en route. 100.
Yeah, he's pedigree. He's been around a long time. He's not going to get rushed by any means. He's just going to get up there, do what he does. He's with all the years that I've been watching him play, he's never changed. And Carl's going to have to go through him. He's definitely not going to get a chance to go around him.
78.
Carl will be first to a finish. Much pressure can Johnny apply here?
130.
And that's a very useful switch on the 19s. 98. That 98. He will go triple 18, and he's missed it. So all he can do is set it up, and that pressure that Johnny has just applied is now going to grant him a shot, hopefully at least a dart at the bullseye. Played it safe, and now it's the bull.
65.
Unable to get. So Wilson will return the tops to cling on to his throw in leg 1. 2 10s, now chasing 5s. And Haynes is going to get another opportunity to break it.
25.
That last throw Johnny had, he didn't even entertain on that. So he was banking on the bullseye the whole way. Can he clean this double 2 up?
20.
And he does not. So that's a unexpected chance for Carl to come back to try and hold his throw, and he's going to split. At least double 4. And in off the previous start,
Carl Wilson.
That's going to give him that 1-0 lead.
Second leg, it's Johnny.
3 darts to Johnny Haynes missed to break in the opening leg. Carl Wilson takes full advantage.
96.
You get a sense when you play Johnny Haynes that he's always going to be there or thereabouts in legs because he's such a good power scorer.
Yeah, and both of these two were actually quite handy around the triple ring. It's going to come down to who's going to miss their doubles. And the previous 2 matches, Johnny was 4 from 14, or was 4 from 8. So he does have the advantage in that department. So Johnny's going to be aware of that and make sure he takes those games out when he does have that opportunity.
And that's what I think makes this particularly so enjoyable. Johnny's such a good power scorer where has got this reliability, dependability about him. He's not somebody that, yes, he has got a very good level in his locker, but he's not someone you're going to see average 107 game in, game out. He's going to play a rather steady tempo, and it's just how that will marry up with perhaps a little bit more of an X factor with Johnny Haynes.
95.
Yeah, Carl's not over the top, as you said, but he is very, very consistent, and that can spell problems for anybody, really. If you can keep the match tight, there's going to be pressure on every time you're going to the line. So who's going to handle that pressure?
100.
Well, Ton leads him on 116. Johnny, in with 1 treble, leaves himself on a 2 dart, and that's that plum to leave his favourite double 4. Double four left. Wilson has to take this out.
Goal, you record 160.
Needs another triple 19. He has it, and that's going to be double time first ton plus.
Good
And he
shot
has
in
hit
the
it.
second leg.
Fantastic darts
Carl
from Carl
Wilson.
Wilson and a 2-0 lead.
Third leg,
Well, it
it's
was a
Carl to
scrappy
throw
first leg, but it looks like this pair are beginning to each other the heavy artillery. 2-0 courtesy of a 1-6 check out. Haynes Max himself on double four. Never even got a go.
$140.
Johnny backs up that 140 with another maximum. Two of them are finally starting to find their element where they're supposed to be right now.
100.
They are really having a go at each other at this moment.
$96.
Every trip to the board, no one has had a troubleless visit. Carl continues on, and they are both scoring well.
97.
Carl has left a 164, but Johnny is in prime position here now. Unless Carl can find something special here.
164.
He has the first. But all he can do is set it up and watch Johnny have a poke at this 85.
132. Johnny require 85.
Well, this to return the game to throw at 2-1. Goes bullseye first, finds 5, so he's going to get a look here at double top. Makes no mistake on top. That's a 12 dart break back. Johnny Haynes. Return to throw at 2-1.
Full against Johnny to throw first.
Take that start on the bullseye on an 85. It really gives you that opportunity to leave the double that you want to leave. You may go triple 19, double 14 is not everybody's friend. You hit a 15, you're in the bullseye, so he gets to shoot at the dart he wants, and he made it count.
$42.
Carl's got to be careful here because it feels as if Johnny Haynes is just beginning to up the levels a little bit. He's finding that treble with a lot more regularity. It's like a magnet right now.
140.
Yeah, he's pushing that average well above 100. And Carl's got some work to do to catch up to the score from Johnny.
Well, Johnny with 2 treble scores, 2 maxis so far in this contest.
100.
Said the darts that Johnny uses, they are definitely ancient. They've been around for a while, but they are a very thin dart, so he gets that first dart in the right place. You feel he could put 20 more in there.
121.
Light is a fair as well. And you leave 1-2-1 after 9 on throw. You leave your opponent with a lot to do. Luckily for Johnny, having hit the balls over dart 2, he's got plenty of time and he leaves himself. Guess what? Double 4 again.
Although Carl's been playing well, he's absolutely nothing he can do with the authority that Johnny's been on these triples. That's another leg on the board for Johnny Haynes, and he ties this match up at 2, which shooting 101.39 average. Carl throwing 94. That's a great result for him to get this game back level.
The last 2 legs, one in 12 and 14. 26 darts to turn a 2-0 deficit into a level scoreline. 10 darts less than what Carl did.
You throw that first leg out, imagine what his average is.
60. $140.
Moment Johnny doesn't hit a triple, then Carl Wilson steps in and hits a 140 of his own.
140.
That 2 treble hitting for Johnny Haynes is buying him a lot of opportunities right now.
83. $60.
Only 60. That's going to be music to Carl's ears. with the darts on 218. We'll be looking to set a finish up here and leave it handy. And that's a great switch using the triple 18 there to leave 84. But here's Johnny.
180.
And Johnny be very good with what is his third max of the match. However, that could be completely insignificant if Carl Wilson can find the bullseye. Just clips the top wire, and so Haynes is going to get the break opportunity to hit the front for the first time.
Pretty sure he's hit a 13 here, and that's going to leave 48. So he's coming over to the 16 route. He's going double top.
21. Carly requiring 25.
And Carroll's been the second best player in this match. Now has a chance to lead 3-2. But he's only going to get one dart.
No score.
He's only going to get no darts. It's a huge mistake by Carl Wilson.
He's made a huge mess of that, and the way Johnny Haynes has been finishing, you don't expect Carl to come back to the board. He's not going to come back. Last started, 3-2 up, and now Johnny Haynes has the darts to win this encounter between the two big dogs in this group.
$100.
Solid ton from Johnny, but as we said at the beginning of the match, they're going to want to split this either way in order to get both in contention.
96.
Johnny's looking to get the full advantage if he can get to a 4-2 win. As they will play each other play each other again in the 9th match. And there will be a lot riding on that game.
Certainly one to
98.
Circle on the calendar. The game will take place in match 9 between the pair at around about 25 past 3 if we all go to plan and to
26.
schedule. And we are pretty much running to time so far on this Tuesday afternoon.
93.
That last shot from Johnny was the first mistake I've seen him make in this match. Hitting the old Newfoundland fish and chips, we call it. 26 score.
Is it as good as the fish and chips down at, well, I say down, up in Whitby? Best fish and chips in England, apparently.
Now, Keegan Brown went over last year, and he says Isle of Wight has the best until he went to Newfoundland. And then once he had it, he said, no, you're right. Newfoundland has the best fish and chips.
I feel like there was a bit of bias when he said Isle of Wight fish and chips are the best.
58.
58, but speaking of fish chips, there's a big fish on the table if Carl can get that first dart.
$92.
He has left to finish, but Johnny now has the opportunity to Shanghai this match. He has the first. He has the second. Tops for a win.
100.
Just catches that first dart, impeding that double slightly. And now Carl does have a chance to tie this match.
And because of the way his dart's going, any small ricochet is going to go miles away. And Carl Wilson punishes, pinning the double 12 on the back of the 78. And perhaps, as is fitting for a contest like this, we go all the way.
Johnny with a little head shake there. He knows he's missed an opportunity.
$123.
That's a big shot to start the deciding leg.
$180.
He could have did them in a polo mint or out in Canada a lifesaver.
Yes, after a great start from Carl, that's his fourth 180 from Johnny. Just kisses off into that triple bed. That was begging for another one.
But look at what he's done against the throw. He's let himself on white 6 after 6. Carl needs to find another hit.
95.
He has wrestled the throw away from Carl.
60.
60 might have left just a bit too much, depending on what Carl does here.
58.
And he cannot find
Johnny
a triple.
require 126.
So it's battle of the big finish. And he will have a dart at the bull for the match. And he nails the bullseye. Fantastic shot from Johnny Haynes.
Johnny Haynes.
Well, that is some way to win some match. And how huge could that be come the end of the day? Remember, only the winner of the groups in this second stage progressed through to the quarterfinals. And Johnny Haynes may have just delivered a huge dagger blow to Carl Wilson's hopes. What a contest, 4-1-80, 4 from 12 on the doubles, the 1-2-6 to win, an average just under 98 for Johnny Haynes. And he's back in a couple of moments' time when he takes on Deklerck.
He will be disappointed with that. He wanted to have one dart.
Requires 20.
Musher wins the first game of Champions Night, and it was an absolute ripper. He hit one of them on tops. He missed one on double 12. Which one is it? It's the hit!
Outside opportunity for Andy Hamilton. Van der Velde should be getting a match start again here. He's already had one. Mr. Dart at tops for the match to win 4-1. And he darts at double 16, gets the job done there for Jürgen van der Velde. He gets over the line with a 4-2-6.
Did he go for tops, or did he just overshoot the single? Jimmy doesn't care. Jimmy just looks to eat this up to make the semi-finals for the second time. Adam Gablas has been eliminated. Keep us guessing. This time he's trying to leave double 18. He knows best, and he takes the lead. He's 2 darts away.
Requires 86.
Super Series final. He's 1 dart away. He doesn't need any more darts. Jeff Smith makes the Series 11 final. Is Usher losing his cool a little bit here?
Oh, absolutely. Right now, I'd say the head's gone. And you don't have long to recover. It is very, very short format darts. Vansky's halfway to victory.
You only need one more. Jimmy Vansky is yet again into the Modus Super Series final.
Flashback vibes. Can Jimmy Vansky do the same? Just needs the one treble here on the 19s. Finds it. For the ball.
101.
Oh, unlucky. A lot of pressure on it. He's going to split it. 2 darts for double 4 in the match.
Game. Go. And the Modus Super Series 11 champion, Jeff
Welcome back to the ADC Global Championship here live on Pluto TV from the Live Lounge in Portsmouth in the UK. We are in phase 2 and group 1 of the Global Championship. Coming up for you so far, game 5. If you just joined us,
it's Johnny to throw first.
Johnny Haynes before the break had a big 4-3 win over Carl Wilson, probably on stats looking like his main rival for the group. He had a 97 average The way that the group formats work here in phase 2 is that every player has two match where they have to go back to back. So they play one, go off stage, come back on. But the person that qualified in the 4th place in the group, they have to do it twice. So Haynes now is getting his out of the way as he takes on Deklerck, who in his opening match
26.
lost out 4-0 to Carl Wilson, and his last match he managed to win 4-2 over Phil Johnson-Hale. So he's won one and lost one. But Johnny Haynes, he opened up his account with a 4-2 win over Phil Johnson-Hale. And obviously his last match there just won 4-3 against his main group rival. Only the top of the group goes through. So Haynes getting one over on his opponent in his last match is all well and good.
100.
But if he comes and loses this one, then he's back to square one.
Yeah, sometimes I don't know which is best, whether to go
95.
straight on after you've played
Johnny, you require 161.
a good game. You're full of confidence, I guess. But as
99.
Stein's first match, he come off with a 4-0 defeat, but then went on to win 4-2, straight back on.
65.
So something happened
Johnny
within that short
62.
moment of time for Stein to get things right. But Haynes 62 here, and has left his beloved double 4.
54.
But can't hit the target this
Stein, you
time.
require
So
120.
Deklerck has a shot at 120.
Yeah, Deklerck could be the fox in the hen house here if he can turn this round. Went at it too hard.
42.
Yeah, Deklerck is the guy who came into this group as the 4th place player. So he's already had back-to-back. Johnny Haynes takes out the first leg. He's got the darts in this one, so
second
no
leg, it's
surprise
Stein
there.
to
Yeah,
first.
so Deklerck has already had to go back-to-back in games 2 and 3, and he has to do that again later in the format.
100.
So
99.
Well, Johnny finished top of his Group 1
140.
last week, and went on to play Birmingham Open over the weekend, and very nearly took that
95.
title as well. Lost to Dom Taylor 6-5, I believe, in the final. So his form is there,
41.
and he'll be looking to bring that along this week and here today.
I think in the last couple of months I've seen some of the results that he's been having, and
59.
I've got to say he's probably playing some of the best darts I've ever seen him play in all the years that I've known him. It's right up there with the way he's always been
100.
a fantastic player anyway. But we all know you can't be playing your best all the time, and it just feels like Johnny's peaked his run in here to the global championships. And, hey, who doesn't come to the ADC Global Championship?
120.
And the carrot that is dangled, £60,000, the biggest prize fund on the amateur side of darts for a winner. So
80.
if that doesn't
Johnny,
make you
68.
want
Hungry.
to play, hungry, whatever, practice or whatever you want, and peak for this championship, then nothing will.
28. Stein require 40.
Well, Deklerck has a chance now to level the match. Double 10 now, and double 5.
35.
He pulls it low. He's not happy with his
Johnny,
game at the moment, is he?
40.
Yeah, puts his hands to the sky and says,
Game shot on the second
not happy
leg.
with that. And he's
Johnny
even
Haynes.
less happy now. Haynes takes out tops for
Third
2-0.
leg, it's Johnny to throw first.
Yeah, breaks the throw of Stein. The 16 dart leg there. It seems to be
97.
that Stein had his first game, he had a 4-0 defeat, couldn't get things together. Like I said, came back straight away and managed to get a 4-2 victory.
60.
So it seems like at the moment the pattern is he's having a poor game, a good game, and at this point in time he's not quite got to grips with this at the moment, this game.
Yeah, he should be coming in with a bit of confidence, having won the last one. But I think after a couple of games, you know who is your rival in the group for the top spot, and you know that you've got to start beating them.
100.
It's added pressure as well.
Massive added pressure. Because you're not playing the board when you do that. When you play the board, you seem to play with a bit more fluency and freedom. When you start having to target players, that's when the arm starts going tight. The thoughts start coming through your head, and
82.
The thoughts of stopping yourself start to happen.
Yeah, this is a perfect situation where the mindset part of the game comes into play.
23.
And
Johnny require 126.
Whoever manages it the best will come out the winner.
86.
It's kind of played into Haynes' hands a little bit because he's out top at the moment without a defeat.
40.
And he's kind of saying to the others, I'm now there. I'm going to put this sort of game up as often as I can now, every leg.
Johnny Haynes.
And you're going to have to come and get me because I'm not going off of this level. It's easy to say, but you have to be able to manage to do it. I mean, this game, 19, 16, 17, it's around that 6 visit area, isn't it? And continues to be. It's better legs are 5 visits, and he's around the 6 visit area. So you kind of know as a player when you walk up that stage,
60.
when you're playing this man, exactly what you've got to do.
Yeah, well, he's taken a quick 3-0 lead here. And he's looking on form for a possible 4-0 here, which would be devastating for Stein as he's already been defeated once 4-0.
140.
Good 140 there from him, though.
$100.
Haynes follows with a ton.
$125.
Just takes a bit of a deflection, doesn't it, and fires into the 5, but 2 perfect darts to start off with. Leaves himself on 76 after 12.
43. Steiner requires 76.
And he's looking en route for his first leg.
Game.
And indeed he has pinned the 76, the double 18 there, to get his first leg on the board.
5th leg, it's Johnny to throw first.
Yeah, it's a nice finish as well. But you fear that Deklerck has let Johnny get a 3-1 lead on him. Well, quite rightly so. I said that Haynes has been doing 6 visit legs. That was a 15 darter from Deklerck, so a 5 visit leg for him. And you feel he's going to have to do a few more of those if he's going to trouble
140.
the table topper at the moment.
Well, this is a great start to the leg from both players. A 180 from Haynes, followed by a 140.
140.
And then another 140 for Haynes. So good leg from the pair here.
60.
Stein only manages 60 this time, though.
Yeah, and I'm looking back through the stats here at the 180 figures, and the fear for the Deklerck is that I think he's only hit 180 in the whole event so far of the Global Championship, both stage 1 and 2.
Johnny require 121.
I think that was in his last game 20 minutes ago, so he's got to find some more of those.
130.
Doesn't that always happen when you only want the 25 because you can't not aim at the middle without aiming at the ball.
But look at what he's left. He's left his double 4.
65.
So he won't be
Johnny
too worried
require 8.
about that. He loves this double. And it's for the match, and he takes it. Pins it with his first
Johnny
dart.
Haynes.
Takes a 4-1 victory over Stein Deklerck. And averages there 89.88 for Johnny and an 81 dead for Stein. 2 maximums in the match also for Johnny. And when we come after the break, we have Carl Wilson and Phil Johnson-Hale.
Are you ready to lift that trophy, Darius? Yes. Let's do it then. Ladies and gentlemen, your Modus Super Series 9 champion is Lucky D, Darius Labanowski!
Well, what a wonderful night of darts we have seen, and we are ready. Our champion is ready, and it's trophy time. So receive the trophy. £25,000. The new Modus Super Series champion, the Turner Martin Van Velzen. And one more time, the 8th Modus Super Series champion, the Terminator, Marvin Van Velzen. And the new Modus Super Series champion is Andreas Dirty Harrison. And one more time, the 7th Modus Super Series champion. Give it up for Andreas Dirty Harrison!
The moment we've all been waiting for. Would you please show your appreciation for your Series 6 Modus Super Series champion, Scott Taylor!
One more time, your new Modus Super Series champion. He is Chucky. He is Jim McEwen.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Modus Super Series champion, retaining his title, the Nuke, Luke Littler!
Welcome back to the ADC Global Championships here live on Pluto TV in the UK. Well, before the break, we've seen Johnny Haynes take a 4-1 victory over Stein Deklerck. And now here we have Carl Wilson against Phil Johnson-Hale. Carl played in Group 4 last week.
First leg,
finished
it's
second
Carl to
place.
throw
That's
first.
his route
Game on.
to this tie. Phil played in Group 3 and finished 4th.
58.
Phil yet to get off the board. No points to his name at the moment. It's been a little bit
70.
unlucky, I've felt. He's played some good stuff, but just hasn't managed to get over the line.
93.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think he's played well. I think, I think he had an 88 in his last
44.
one when he lost out to Stein, and it's one of those games where kind of that would have been one that he targeted to make sure that he got his first points on the board.
Well, especially with Stein going straight back on and had that 4-0 defeat
100.
Against Carl Wilson. But Stein came out all guns a-blazing in that one.
43. $140.
Well, Johnson-Hale looking good in this leg.
40.
First on a finish.
So you require 147.
Yeah, courtesy of a big 140.
49.
That's a disappointing visit, though, from him. And Wilson has the opportunity here to apply some pressure.
45.
But fails to do so.
So you require 98.
So 98 now for Johnson-Hale. Double 19 before a break of throw.
Phil
Gets
Johnson
the first leg on the board. Johnson-Hale leads by 1-0. 17 dart leg.
First. Game on.
Good start to this match for him.
44. $137. 57.
Well, fails to find a treble on that visit. Carl finds 2. Switches to the 18s with his last start.
Yeah, Phil was a very good first dart follower. That was a little bit unlucky not to follow with another treble.
140.
Well, that 140 there leaves Wilson on 90 after 9.
100. Carl, you require 90.
So opportunity here for Wilson to break back. Hits the bullseye. Can he hit tops? Double 10.
70.
Well, he will be back.
It was a lovely bullseye, wasn't it? It was just the next two didn't quite go to his desired location. Nothing too much to worry about, but has got something to worry about now.
100.
Johnson-Hale halves the deficit on his side, so he's sat on 100 now.
Game shot the
And
second
that's good
leg.
stuff from Carl Wilson. Levels it up 1-1.
13 dart leg there as well.
Third leg, it's Cole to throw first.
Yeah, break a throw, so he's now back on throw. Should he hold throw, should bring the match home.
$140.
Well, that just kicked up, didn't it? Right at the last minute. Straight through the middle of the 2 previous darts and just failed to
42.
hit the treble 20 bed.
$57. $140.
I think he's got a nice throw, Phil. It's smooth, isn't it?
Yeah, I think if we saw him more
140.
in this situation, I think he would get better and better. I really do. He looks to have a really steady throw, really nice arm action, and not
59.
a great deal that can go wrong with it.
164.
And you feel that the more opportunities like this he gets, the better he will develop.
60.
Well, 60 scored there. From our angle, it looked like he got more, but
60. Can't we require 104?
Again, for Johnson-Hale, that's slightly unlucky. Single 16 for double
64.
top. And he's wired that, but once again, Johnson-Hale not close enough.
what pressure, though, can he apply? Well, the maximum pressure.
180. Can't we require 40?
This has to go. And it
Game shot
does.
on the third leg.
Holds his
Carl
throw.
Wilson.
A 16 dart leg.
Fourth leg, it's Phil to throw first.
Yeah, he was under a lot of
Game
pressure there from Johnson-Hale, but water off a duck's back for Carl Wilson.
100.
Averages at the moment 86.55 for Carl and 88.98 for Phil.
96.
Carl 2 from 5 in the doubles and 1 from 1
65.
for Phil.
$140.
Good stuff from Wilson. Almost turned the throw. If it goes trebleless, he has
43.
turned the throw. It didn't go trebleless, but not the one that he desired. A treble one was not what he was looking for. Stay there. Again, he's looking for the big 171.
133.
Gets a 133.
Good visit, though, to leave himself 132.
60. Carl, you require 130.
Might not start on the bullseye as Johnson-Hale back on 233. And that is his choice.
60.
That's a touch unlucky because his line of thought there would just hit a ton. My opponent's back on 233 and then close the leg out. Johnson-Hale looking for 133, and that is a really, really good last start. So now Gok under a little bit of pressure.
52.
Well, misses the top, so
Require
chance for
100.
Johnson-Hale to level up here.
Has to stay straight with the first. Does that right. Now can have a real good go at the treble. Oh, goes tops, tops. See, now I thought the treble was open there. You've been throwing at it the whole game. Just kind of sometimes do the right thing.
Shot on the
But
fourth
Wilson
leg.
hits the
Carl
double 10.
Wilson.
Moves ahead by 3 legs to
Fifth
1.
leg, it's
Breaks
Carl
the
to
throw
first. Game on.
of Johnson-Hale and takes a 17 dart leg.
I do understand the tops. I'm not that sort of Iron Age man that doesn't believe that you can change
100.
something. You know what I mean? But that left, the treble was so wide open that you're throwing at it constantly. Surely you have a better chance of hitting
41.
the treble 20 rather than the 2 tops. I don't know.
Well, perhaps he was just trying to mix it up a little bit and try his luck on a different route. And
41.
didn't work for him.
Yeah, but we know 2 tops is harder to hit. It's I don't know. That's just my own draconian ways, I suppose.
100.
I had a very similar conversation with Sean Holly after the session yesterday. He did it on one occasion, and we played World Cup pairs together.
180.
And I'd have told him at the time if we'd have been playing pairs together. I said exactly the same thing. It was open. You should have gone for it, and you'd have kept your rhythm up because he had
100.
to move to try and go tops as well, and he's a rhythm player. So yeah, kind of. There's a couple of reasons that I say it. It's not just because it's open, because it derails your rhythm sometimes.
100.
Well, Wilson leads himself on 80 after 12 here.
100. Goal, you require 80.
And this for a 4-1 victory. Double 10. Double 10 he finds. He does indeed get over the line. That 4-1 victory over Johnson-Hale. Averages there 90.69 for Carl, 85.13 for Phil. a max apiece. And when we come back after the break, we have Phil Johnson-Hale again against Johnny Haynes.
$54. Charlie McGuire, 164. $44. $32. Charlie McGuire, 120.
Well, 120. He's got a fair, at least 2 handfuls at this. Just needs to stay
60.
there. That's a good shot. Halves his score. Leaves himself on a 2 darter.
$26. Charlie
Time on his
McGuire,
side
60.
to become back-to-back singles champion.
$40.
Definitely a couple of nerves in those last 2 darts. But he'll be coming back.
The moment he's been in before this situation. Standing at the back of the stage,
Charlie
approaching the
McGuire,
jockey with a
20.
chance to win the title.
He did this to win the first title, if you remember.
11.
I think he's gone.
Georgia
I think
McGuire,
he's gone to
118.
bust it, maybe. The first title he won, he wanted 20. He went 6-7-7 to win it. He had a chance to replicate it again.
Yeah, I get the feeling that was for a bust, and
39.
on that situation there,
McGuire,
George Scaife wasn't even
9.
able to take it out going to the 18s on that switch.
Yeah, I think he just packed him. But he's done well to get that big one.
Sometimes can be the hardest part.
Georgia McGuire,
This is it.
79.
It's got to be 19s. It's got to be 19s for this shot. Big 20 and a double. He's got the first one. He's going to get a match dart here.
$59. Charlie
Threw the entire
McGuire,
body into that
8.
one. Just didn't want to let go of the dart.
No score.
He's given George a chance.
Georgia McGuire, 20.
I think George has been quite good on double 10 today.
So many opportunities for Charlie Murphy.
Go!
Couldn't get the job
Got
done.
in the match! And the red throne
George
Modus
Scaife.
Super Series Influencers Champion, George Scaife!
Well, it's the first group of Stage 2 action at this year's ADC Global Championship, and we're at the halfway point of the afternoon. This is what we have seen so far, and it's Johnny Haynes and Carl Wilson, the 2 protagonists at the top of the table. It's Johnny Haynes that leads the way, having won all 3 of his matches so far, including that match against Carl Wilson by 4 legs to 3. It feels like that head-to-head is going to be so pivotal as to determining who is going to win this particular group. Haynes on 6 points, perfect so far. Carl Wilson on 4 points. Deklerck has picked up a solitary win from 3, whilst Phil Johnson-Hale is the only player yet to pick a point up so far in this first group of Stage 2. So, Game 7 of the afternoon sees Phil Johnson-Hale return to the Yoki. He lost 4-1 to Carl Wilson before the break, as you saw there. He now takes on Johnny Haynes, the other protagonist, at the top of the table. And I suppose this is kind of a baptism of fire as far as Phil's concerned. He's got to play 2 back-to-back games, and the reason for that is the player that qualified through bottom of the table, or the bottom of their qualifying groups in terms of qualifying through, they'll have to play twice back-to-back. So anyone who finishes 4th in their group when they play in this second phase will have to do that. And He'll be playing the first of those double bankers here, and the second half is against Johnny Haynes, who so far, Jeff Smith is yet to lose a match.
Yeah, he's had the perfect start. He's been scoring well, better than anybody else in this group so far, and it's why he's sitting on 6 points. Now Johnson-Hale has played fairly well. He's pumped in 4 180s, make that 5 180s. As he times that one perfectly. But he's yet to get off the mark, and he's been a bit unlucky considering the fact that he is on 0-3 right now.
57.
And he goes back to back on the maximums. What a shot there from Johnson-Hale. Now we're mentioning he's going back to back twice where no other player is doing so. I almost like that as a player because you get to stay out there, stay on stage if you need to. Obviously, you can have a short break, but in his situation where he's 0-3, this is an opportunity now to really get your momentum, get your throw worked out, whereas your opponent is coming on
137.
So far, it's working in his favor, and see if he can clean up this double 10.
Well, 2 5s inside, so Haynes is going to have a look at the 116. It's a 1-2-6 to win his match against Carl Wilson. Last leg decider. Can he pin the 116? Not this time. And so Phil is going to have a look at 2 2s.
Game show
and he does pick the corner, so that's a good start for Phil in this situation. You got the table topper, and you have a 1-0 lead.
Johnny to throw first.
Good hold and throw, and he's going to wish he holds all 4 legs on his throw, and he can maybe get his first win on the board.
Well, it's very early days in a very brand new format, but it's interesting to see so far that the 2 players that have already played the double bankers today have both won their second match. Deklerck has done so, Johnny Haynes has done so.
$100.
Johnny, again, he's hovering that 90 average pretty much every match so far. I know the first game he won was against Phil, and it was a 4-2 win, and he only averaged 81, but they did have one leg that was, I think it was right straight off first leg of the tournament, and they messed around on the doubles for quite a bit. But Johnny's scoring power has been excellent compared to the rest of the field.
Well, the fact he's left 162 is pretty irrelevant because Johnson-Hale is languishing all the way back into the 400s, and he's got all the time he wants from here to square this particular contest up a 1 apiece.
$122.
Just lays up on that with a nice single deuce to get him back to his favorite area on the top of the board.
100. Johnny require 40. $20.
And he's going to allow Johnson-Hale back for this. He's a long way back.
60. Johnny require 20.
But even for the players that do not qualify, Henry, they still have an opportunity to difference in money. So they
game shot the second leg.
That's what I said. Phil's want to get off the bottom of the table because it is a difference in payouts. So he still has a chance.
To throw first. Game on.
The knockout groups right now he's sat on a minimum of 800 pounds, but he can get himself, if he can get up into second, that's 1,200 pounds.
57.
That is a difference.
Well, that's the difference between maybe breaking even and maybe making a bit of profit in this particular tour, particularly for the likes of Deklerck, who has travelled twice to and from Belgium to be here at these particular championships.
81.
And he wants to give a good account of himself as well. You don't want to get up there and just have it not happen. You want to get up there, even though it hasn't happened yet. You want to finish strong.
97.
And also, what could be laying ahead in 2026? You give a good account of yourself here, then there's potential of an invitation to the Modus Super Series maybe on the horizon. And we've seen what kind of springboard that's been for the likes of Tom Sykes, we're going to see the two on tonight, and Jimmy Van Schie, of course.
180.
Yeah, they both went on to have very successful careers, and it's all down to thanks to this this setup and this format. As Johnny piles in his 8.180.
Johnny require 84.
.69 left. Doesn't need the bull in this situation, but he has it if he wants it.
44.
And he does not. He's going to lay up, leave a sensible double top. And Phil's going to put somewhat a little bit of pressure on this.
97.
Leaves a ton
Johnny
topper.
require 40.
But this is in Johnny's hands right now.
Game show on the third.
14 darter breaker
Johnny
throw.
Haynes.
Johnny Haynes gets his nose in front for the first time in this contest,
Fourth
just
leg, it's
beginning
Johnny
to
throw first.
stretch his legs in this encounter.
And again, it's that scoring power that Johnny has. He's got nearly a 20-point advantage on the averages.
180.
As he now bangs his 9th 180 of the day, leading all players.
100.
If there's going to be a player in these championships that's going to be the first to reign in perfection, Johnny Haynes
58.
is going to be one of the biggest candidates for it.
Yeah, he definitely starts many, many legs with a max, and you get excited when that fourth dart goes in, and then everybody just kind of holds their breath, but you would definitely love to see him crack at one.
$140.
Johnny, again, with that scoring power, is going to be first to a finish, and this is against Phil's
60.
throw.
Johnny require 123.
So 1, 2, 3. Doesn't have to go the 19s here. Doesn't have to chase the bullseye if he doesn't want to. But Johnny is the type of player that likes to play this game on the offensive. And if he found the treble 18 there,
57.
I guarantee you he would have had a poke at the little red bit.
I've always been a firm believer. You always go for it like
60.
you need it. If
Johnny
you're going to lay up,
requires
do it on the final dart.
66.
That way, yeah, because at some point in the time, maybe not this game, maybe the next game, you're going to need a crack at that bullseye, and you're training yourself. I got to get a shot every time.
46.
Well, he's going to come back for 2 10s to extend the lead to 2.
99. Johnny require 20.
Double 10 for a 3-1 lead.
Game shot
And
on
he
the
nails
fourth
that.
leg. Johnny
Averaging
Haynes.
just above 94. It's right about that mark he's been at most of the day.
Fifth leg, it's Phil
That's going to
to
spell
throw
trouble
first.
for all of these guys
Game
that
on.
he's playing against.
For Phil Johnson-Hale, he is a leg away now from elimination from these global championships.
81.
Defeat here, and his chances of making it through to the New Year's quarterfinals will come to an end.
100.
Johnny just going to continue going on with the task at hand. He's in the driver's seat. He's got the car on cruise control, and everything is working
100.
as he wants it right now.
$100.
He's just been solid.
$81. $100.
Johnny Haynes may well see the green grass of home in a few moments' time. 201 points away,
41.
and he's going to get plenty of time because Johnson-Hale with that slip means he's not on a finish.
Coming down.
139.
That's going to leave him 62 to wrap this match up and lead the field with 8 points.
To complete what would be a rather comprehensive 4-1 victory.
Johnny requires 62.
62 required for Johnny Haynes. Single 4. Leaves himself double top. And that puts Johnny Haynes in a very good position to progress through to the quarterfinals For Phil Johnson-Hale, his campaign at the ADC Global Championship in terms of qualifying comes to an end. For Johnny Haynes, that man in your picture there, as he trudges down the stage, he is very much the hefty, heavy favourite now to become the first player through to the final 8. Another really good performance from the punk. He wins by 4 legs to 1. Coming up after the break, Carl Wilson begins his double banker against Deklerck. Welcome back to the ADC Global Championship. We're live here on Pluto TV on this Tuesday afternoon, and we're about to get our 8th game underway. And for Deklerck, a defeat here to Carl Wilson will spell the end of the road, the end of his hopes of picking up this illustrious title and the £60,000 top prize that goes with it. For Carl Wilson, he's playing his double banker now. This is the first of 2 games that he has to play back-to-back. Following this, he'll take Johnny Haynes in a tantalising game in match number 9 of our session. And if Johnny Haynes was to win that particular fixture, it would be job done for the man from Swindon. He'd be the first player confirmed through to the quarterfinals of the tournament, which will take place on Sunday the 4th of January, past 12.
Game on.
The coverage starts here on Pluto TV. Quarterfinals, semi-finals and final, all in one day, the day after the PDC World Championship final. So somebody will be lifting the famous Sid Woodell trophy at Alexandra Palace, and a day later somebody will conquer the globe here at the Live Lounge in Portsmouth. What a time to be a darts fan.
123.
And interesting as well, the winner of this group will play the winner of Group 8, which is the group which has the Van Tripe twins in.
100.
And that will be the first quarter-final that takes place on that particular afternoon. But for Stein Deklerck, effectively, it's knockout darts from this point
100.
onwards for him.
It is, and it's also, you can say the same for Carl Wilson. Right now, he's got to see this as a golden opportunity.
97.
He needs to win this match first off, but then he has a chance to reel Johnny Haynes back in. And if he doesn't, then you feel it's going to be runaway train Johnny Haynes.
58.
He's been the best performer so far at this year's Global Championship. He was the best player in Phase 1, I think that's fair to say. And he's kind of carried
96.
on where he left off in that opening round here in Stage 2. And he's certainly sent a statement of intent out for the rest of the field, who will slowly
84.
but surely come
Can't
back
give a
over the
coin
course of the next 3
167.
days.
And it's really come down to a two-horse race here. And like I said, the one thing Carl has going for him, if he gets through this match, he does have that opportunity to get himself also to 8 points. So that could spell trouble, and then who knows, leg difference could come into play.
Game shot
That's
on the
a heck of
first
a finish from
leg. Stein
Deklerck in
Deklerck.
that situation right there. Wilson was doing
Second
everything he
leg,
had
it's Stein
to
to throw
get himself back
first.
into that leg.
Game on.
That was against the throw. And Wilson definitely cannot afford to lose this match.
Well, Carl Wilson got hit by the 1-2-6 at the end of his game
41.
against Johnny Haynes in the last leg to side. He's now been hit by a 1-3-6 of Deklerck at the beginning of this contest. And important as well for the Belgians, it's a breaker throw at the beginning of this match.
60. $43.
That's a poor start, though. Carl can find one anywhere,
57.
but he does not. But Stein does.
180.
He is just beginning to find something here, Stein Deklerck.
That is his second maximum of the day.
96.
Picked up a treble there with the last, but Deklerck in a really good position, having broken in leg 1 to open up a 2-0 lead. He is finding a real purple patch here, and this is disastrous for Carl Wilson.
$60. Stein never quite won 106.
And again, Stein's got the eye on the prize of maybe even jumping Carl in the rankings, so he's playing for a paycheck. I wonder if Johnny Haynes is watching in the back room with intent, because I guarantee you right now he is Deklerck's biggest fan.
96. Stein never quite 67.
Well, 67 for a 2-zip lead. Well, he's found the 51, double 8. 2 4s for 2-zip.
59.
Clips the wire. Wilson comes back for the champagne shot.
Quite 132.
If he can hit back with this, which he's not, it really would have changed the complexion of this contest. But Deklerck back for 2-0.
32. Stein never quite 8. Game shot on the second leg.
And all of a
Stein
sudden,
Deklerck.
leg difference can come into play in this situation.
Third leg, it's cold to
The
throw
more
first.
he takes,
Game on.
the harder this is going to become for Wilson.
And what a defeat does here for Carl Wilson? He'd be 4 points behind Johnny Haynes.
83.
And it would mean that the best case scenario for Carl Wilson would be that he could only get to 8 points. And so he would need to beat Johnny Haynes. And he'd then have to hope that Stein
135.
Deklerck does him a favour against Johnny in game 12. Then at the same time, he needs Phil Johnson-Hale to beat Stein Deklerck in game 10.
140.
Because there's a possibility here, if Deklerck can win this contest, we could potentially have 3 players finish up on 8 points, and Phil Johnson-Hale at the
85.
bottom of the pile without a point to his name.
$180.
Carl's definitely showing some fighting capabilities here, though. But Deklerck has really found his range on that triple.
198.
Both throwing above average of 90.
58.
Carl sets it up nicely, knowing that he's coming back. What kind of pressure can Deklerck put on this? All kinds of pressure.
123. Cole, you're requiring 40.
Just underneath for the 25, but he has left himself on a single to double if Wilson cannot convert. Now double 10.
Game shot on the
He finds that it's a 14 darter to get him on the board and back into the game at 2-1, but he's going to have to find a break back, and the gains that Deklerck made in leg 1, he has to cash in on here.
100.
Great opportunity on that 19. Triple beb covered on the 20, went down, switched it perfectly.
125.
I'll tell you what, Deklerck's really piling on the pressure here.
$134.
Carl Wilson is not going to go away. And he's got himself in sequence, as I call it. Straight to Lisa finish.
24.
Where Deklerck's going to require 2 triples or more. So just stay straight here, Carl. And try to make it easy on yourself.
140.
Great 140 under the situation. Good use of the 17 there. That's also going to leave the fish. Oh, my mistake. I thought it did, but it left a 180. Oh, double 8 now.
122.
And that was the difference between having the scoreboard pressure of opponent being on a finish and not. Do not catch Stein. He went high, he went safe. He's left himself on tops.
8.
But Wilson here, having trailed 2-0, could pile in back-to-back 5-visit legs here to level this game back up. Double 2, and if he doesn't get it, he could be 2 behind again.
4. Steiner require 40.
That's a massive error. Deklerck,
Game shot on the
no
full
drama,
flag.
straight in. Thank you very much.
Deklerck.
3-1 lead.
Now finds himself a
Deklerck
leg
gets
away
Cole to throw first.
from a victory,
Game
which puts the cat amongst the pigeons. And what it does do is it puts Johnny Haynes in control of the group, because he'd be 4 points clear of Carl Wilson. Wins the next one, he'd be guaranteed of his place
96.
through.
Even if Carl Wilson beats Johnny
83.
Haynes in the next match, he's still going to need help from one of his buddies sitting in that room with him.
$121.
He is digging, fighting, clawing. There's definitely a sense of urgency in this leg.
80.
Again, this is where it comes back to the intricacies of this format, because this will be a crushing blow for Carl Wilson if he loses contest. But then he's got 2.5 minutes to recover
55.
because he comes straight back on to play Johnny Haynes on the other side of a very quick advertisement break.
58.
That 58 from Deklerck keeps Wilson in command of this leg.
99.
As he pops in a 99 to leave a nice little 130. Which we seen him just have a crack at that a second ago.
60. Connell, you require 130.
Well, he missed double 8 for this in the previous leg with his opponent not on a finish. He's not going to take it out here unless he decides to go for the bull.
98.
But that never felt like it was ever on the cards.
He
100.
has applied pressure.
Cole, you require 32.
That could be difficult.
Game
But he
shot
finds
the
a way
fifth
over the
leg.
top of those 2
Carl
darts.
Wilson.
Gets us back to
Sixth
3-2.
leg, it's Stein to throw first.
Now he needs a break
Game
a
on.
throw. He's going to have to find something special here now.
60.
Or receive some help from his opponent.
Well, we know Carl Wilson is a player that will stick with a task, has real durability. His temperament is unquestionable,
131.
unflappable, even in the most twitchy of situations. But this, the biggest tournament he's ever played in, and he knows that his chances of progressing through
140.
really do rely on your sense of him coming back and winning this game in all reality.
58.
If he's going to do that, he can't afford shots like these. Deklerck had a big 140 in that last shot. And he looks to be at it again.
100.
Still has command of the leg. He should go bull here.
136.
That now gives Deklerck 6 darts at this 201.
60.
It's been a really good response from Carl Wilson, but Stein Deklerck here has an
125.
opportunity to see this game out. If he could take out this 1-4-1, he's not going to, and so Wilson will return. 51 to take us all the way to a last leg decider.
43. Carlin requiring 51.
Just hit this target a minute ago. And again, he's have to go over the dart.
19.
But he does
Stein
not.
requiring 98.
Now Deklerck can make life very, very difficult for Carl Wilson right now.
58. Carlin requiring 32.
Well, he decided to go tops, Deklerck. It didn't work out. Carl looking at double 16,
Game
finds
on the
double
sixth
16
flag.
again.
Carl
And this
Wilson.
match goes all the way. And you've got to give Carl Wilson here
Seventh
all the credit
and
in the
final
world,
leg, it's
because
Carl to
when he
throw
was
first.
3-1 down,
Game
he
on.
could have easily have dropped his head, but he's responded brilliantly, and he's overturned the throw and now has the darts in this last leg decider.
And the biggest story of this comeback is that Deklerck didn't
81.
lay down for him. He had to produce the goods, and he did. So now with the throw, he has the opportunity to stay in the running
60.
to win this group.
Are we looking at Carl Wilson's experience in these situations just beginning to come up to the boil a little bit here?
96.
Yeah, they always say cream rises to the top, but like I said, he's still 324 points away from making this happen. So he's not out of the woods yet, but he would sure level 140 or max here.
One 134.
He's got a 210 point spread in this leg. And Deklerck's going to be chasing
100.
from this point on.
He has turned the screw brilliantly here, has Carl Wilson. And he's got 6 darts on 190 to turn what was a 2-0 and 3-1 deficit into a 3-1 win. And from this point onwards, he is a heavy favourite to do so.
11.
Now he's left
Oh,
at
he
32
required
on every
50.
occasion. Fully expect him to go for an 18 here. He does.
34.
That second dart wasn't very useful. But lucky for him, he has plenty of time with Deklerck back on 289.
It means he goes into his game against Johnny Haynes
requires 16.
after the break, with that effectively being a shootout to see who's going to go on and win the group. 8-8 to complete a 4-3 win. Well, that's the first set sorted for Carl Wilson, and now he's got the bigger challenge ahead after the break. He'll take on Johnny Haynes in what looks like a win or bust match for the pair. For Stein Deklerck, his championship has come to an end. He has been eliminated. It's between 2 players, Carl Wilson and Johnny Haynes, and they both go head to head on the other side of this short break.
He will be disappointed with that. He wanted to have
Graham
one dart for the
requires 20.
Graham Usher wins the first game of Champions Night, and it was an absolute ripper. He hit one of them on tops. He missed one on double 12. Which one is it? It's the hit.
Outside opportunity for Andy Hamilton. Van der Velde should be getting a match start again here. He's already had one. Mr. Dart at tops for the match to win 4-1. And he Dart at double 16 gets the job done there for Jurgen van der Velde. He gets over the line with a 4-2-6.
Did he go for tops, or did he just overshoot the single? Jimmy doesn't care. Jimmy just looks to eat this up to make the semi-finals for the second time. Adam Kaplas has been eliminated. Keep us guessing. This time he's trying to leave double 18. He knows best, and he takes the lead. He's 2 darts away
Jeff requires 86.
from a Super Series final. He's 1 dart away. He doesn't need any more darts. Jeff Smith makes the Series 11 final. Is Usher losing his cool a little bit here?
Oh, absolutely. Right now, I'd say the head's gone. And you don't have long to recover. It is very, very short format darts. Vansky's halfway to victory.
He only needs one more. Jimmy Vansky is yet again into a Modus Super Series final.
Flashback vibes. Can Jimmy Vansky do the same? Just needs the one treble here on the 19s. Finds it. For the ball.
101.
Oh, unlucky. A lot of pressure on it. He's going to split it. 2 darts for double 4 for the match.
Game. Go. And the Modus Super Series 11 champion, Jeff Smith.
Well, welcome back to the ADC Global Championships live on Pluto TV. Right, this game between Johnny Haynes and Carl Wilson is quite simple. A win for Johnny Haynes means he wins the group, and Carl Wilson has to win to stay alive. So this is going to be a tight game, I believe, Scott.
I think the last game was so important to Carl Wilson just before the break. Came from 3 down to win 4-3, and that was to stay alive. The problem that he has here is that he doesn't have the darts in this matchup with Johnny Haynes, and when he did have the darts against Johnny Haynes
60
back in game 4, he came out on the wrong end 4-3. So as you say, must win for Wilson. It won't be over for Haynes if he loses here, but Wilson will be relying maybe on a little bit of help, because we're going to be doing the old fingers and socks off to try kind of do the count back.
41.
Well, Haynes has played some brilliant darts today. He's been very consistent.
140.
And he's going to be hard to beat here. But as we've said,
60.
this is a must-win game for Wilson, for him to stay in contention here to win the group.
100. Johnny require 120.
120 then for Haynes. Finds a treble 20, single 20, double top. And double top is found. A 120 checkout to take the first leg of this match. Holds his throw.
Second leg
hits that in 15 darts.
Game on.
Fantastic opening for Johnny Haynes.
58.
I have to tell you, Carl Wilson does stick in there. He's not one of those that goes away. He is like a terrier on your heels.
140.
And Carl has been one of the sort of good news stories of the ADC, with the ADC and the Volts finding guys. It's where he's had his most success. And
you were saying about him sticking at it and fighting away. In his previous game before this, he was 2-0 down against Stein, and then 3-1 down and managed to come back for the victory. So he'll be fighting all the way.
100.
Haynes leaves himself on 1-2-1 after 9. What can Cole do here to apply some pressure to that?
100.
Hits a ton.
Johnny require 121.
Haynes has effectively turned the throw back up to treble 22.
Cole, you require 150.
Try and leave 24, didn't achieve it. So Wilson now then for 150 to hold his throw. Will he stay there and go for double 15? Goes across to the 54. The right shot.
88. Johnny requires 64.
64 then for Haynes for a 2-0 lead. Double 8. Double 8 he finds right in the corner of the bed.
Johnny Haynes
breaks the throw of Wilson and leads 2-0 and a 14-dart leg.
Game on.
Averaging 103.66 at the moment. Super darts from Haynes here.
57.
Yeah, really good opening start when you know that there's so much riding on the game. He hasn't run away from it or feared it, and nor has Wilson, to be fair.
137.
Johnny Haynes opened up with an 81 with his first game this morning, but since then he's had a 97 average, 89 average,
81.
95 average. So you can see where he's heading to and how solid he really is. He's around that 90 mark and just above, and it makes you very difficult to beat, particularly if you're on throw.
83. $59.
Well, only a 59 for Wilson.
$85.
Yeah, Haynes only had that 81 average first game of the day because they had that 27 or 28 dart leg, didn't they? Which absolutely killed the average in game one. But Wilson here showing a bit of fight back. He's now turned the throw on Haynes.
30.
And he's put Haynes under pressure, and he's just visited with 30. And Wilson's got 6 from here with Haynes back on 165. He'll want to get it done here.
56.
Hasn't quite, but Haynes back on 165 will be ruin the fact that he left himself on a bogey.
89. Cole, you've
Well,
got 20.
double 10 then for Wilson.
Game
And
shot
he
the
finds
third
it with
leg.
his first
Cole
start.
Wilson.
Gets a leg on the board. And a 16 dart leg for him.
Full flag, it's Cole
Look at
to
that.
throw first.
15, 14 and 16 dart legs. Superb darts from the pair.
Quality live darts on Pluto TV. Once more.
100.
Averages round the 91 mark as well for both players.
I have to say,
140.
Wilson's put himself back in the shop window here because holds throw here, he's back to 2-2, and you'd like to feel that Haynes has thrown everything at him bar the kitchen
57.
sink, and Wilson's still stuck on in there. We knew he wouldn't go away.
$59. $96.
The bookies did indicate that this group was going to be about these two
60.
before a dart was thrown today. In this group 1 of phase 2.
Well, that maximum's going to help. Great timing from Wilson. Leaves himself on 68.
140. Cole, you require 68.
Good pressure applied by Haynes. 27 scored. 41 left. So 9 for 32. And 32 he finds. Pins are 68.
Cole
levels the
Wilson.
match at 2 apiece. And another 15 dart leg
Fifth
there.
leg, it's Johnny to throw first. Game on.
Outshots here. 2 from 2 for Johnny. And 2 from 3
58.
for Carl. This is a really good game, this.
$180.
Again, brilliant timing. 180. Straight off against the darts as well.
140.
But good reply from Haynes.
$140.
Yeah, good response again from Wilson. We said he wouldn't go away, didn't we?
Indeed, and he's really
76.
proving his point, isn't he? An unfortunate bounce out there for Johnny.
$57. $57.
Well, this could be the
Cole,
break
you
that Wilson requires.
124.
64 left. Well, went for the 16s.
84.
But
Johnny, you
missed.
require 107.
Went into the 7. So the big fish for Haynes will not go.
Wilson
44.
for his
Cole,
third
you
leg in a
require
row
40.
here. Haynes unable to stop the rot.
Game
Wilson
shot the
on.
fifth flag.
An
Cole
absolute
Wilson.
mission.
13 dart leg
Sixth flag, it's Cole to throw first.
from Wilson.
Game on.
Outstanding play here. Average is 89.23 for Johnny. 98.66 for Carl.
Creeping towards the 100 mark, isn't he? And now he's throwing
96.
take the match and keep himself in it.
$60. $100. $60.
Well, Haynes struggling to find the power scoring that he's been achieving throughout the day.
73.
And it's allowing Carl in,
55.
giving him opportunities. He's creating opportunities for himself as well, Carl. And he's done himself proud to get himself in this situation after being 2-0 down, and he whacks in a 180.
Brilliant stuff from Wilson. Absolutely brilliant stuff from 2-0 down.
96.
Sees himself
Goal,
on
you require
52 for the match after 12. Not too shabby at all. Double 16 then for Wilson.
$20.
Well, he'll be back.
$43. Oh, you require
He's got 6 from
32.
here should he need it.
Game shot.
Yeah,
and the
super
match.
stuff from
Carl Wilson.
He knew the importance of that game. Johnny Haynes came out of the traps, gets 2-0 up. Carl Wilson reels off 4 of the nicest legs you'll ever see. The last one, yeah, he had 6.56 darts at a double. But super average from Wilson, 95.60. He keeps himself in the race for top of the table. We head to a short break, and on our return, we come back with Stein Deklerck taking on Phil Johnson-Hale.
Are you ready to lift that trophy, Darius? Yes. Let's do it then. Ladies and gentlemen, your Modus Super Series 9 champion is Lucky D, Darius Lewandowski!
Well, what a wonderful night of darts we have seen, and we are ready. Our champion is ready, and it's trophy. So receive the trophy. £25,000. The new Modus Super Series champion, the Terminator, Marvin Van Velzen. And one more time, the 8th Modus Super Series champion, the Terminator, Marvin Van Velzen. And the new Modus Super Series champion is Andreas Dirty Harrison. And one more time, the 7th Modus Super Series champion. Give it up for Andreas Dirty Harrison.
The moment we've all been waiting for. Would you please show your appreciation for your Series 6 Modus Super Series champion, Scott Taylor.
One more time, your new Modus Super Series champion. He is Chucky. He is Jim McEwen.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Modus Super Series champion, retaining his title, the Nuke, Luke Lidley! Welcome back to the ADC Global Championship, where before the break we saw a huge meeting between Carl Wilson and Johnny Haynes. Wilson was 2-0 down against Johnny before rattling off 4 legs on the spin, an average of 95.5 to win by 4 legs to 2. And because of that particular scoreline, both players have flip-flopped in the league table, because now it's Carl Wilson at the top of the pile, 8 points plus 9 legs difference. Johnny Haynes 8 points plus 7 legs difference in second position. Between them two to go on and win the group going into their final round of games. For Stein Deklerck and Phil Johnson-Hale, they're playing for pride, playing for points and playing for pounds here. The bottom place player in this group will pick up £800 in prize money. If somebody can leapfrog the other, then it's £900, whilst for Messes Haynes and Wilson, it'll be a difference between 1,200 quid and potentially 60 grand when they play their final couple of matches.
60.
We do have some permutations for you. This game obviously irrelevant in terms of the race for qualification, but Phil Johnson-Hale is going to be playing back-to-back games. He plays Carl Wilson in the next, and a 4-0 or 4-1 victory for Carl Wilson in that particular contest will be enough to confirm him as the first quarter-finalist at the 2025-26 ADC Global Championship.
44.
4-2 is also good enough. For as long as Phil Johnson-Hale doesn't get to 3 legs in that encounter, Carl Wilson will be in to the last 8.
59.
Yeah, Carl put a splendid performance in those last 2 matches. Do or die situation, and he did. So he
64.
deserves a huge pat on the back, but obviously this is not over yet. He still has a couple of legs he needs to make sure he gets before he
28
can claim this for a victory.
I get the sense this might be a meeting between 2 players that know exactly where their fate is at, and
42.
we may not see the greatest quality of battle as a result of it.
60.
Phil has had some good scoring turns today. He has popped in 6 180s.
121.
Nearly had a 7th there. He is the first to a finish.
78. Phil, you reckon 125.
And they are looking to play 3rd and 4th in the group here.
42. Stein, you reckon 114.
So there is a side little prize. Whoever comes out victor in this.
74. Phil, you require 83.
So Johnson-Hale here looking at 83 to get an opening leg break. Well, 80 left. Went top to top, unable to get, and so Deklerck looking for the target his opponent couldn't find 2 of.
Game shot on the first
Topsy
leg.
hits.
Stein Deklerck. Second leg, it's Phil to throw
There's
first.
a hold of throw.
Game on.
Well, these are 2 players that are playing the ADC systems, and they're great examples of how anybody can literally go from couch to the main stage. And if you are a budding amateur player and you're looking to chance your arm and think, actually, do you know what? I think I could be on a stage like this. Well, head over to www.dartsatlas.com. There's a plethora of different open tournaments for you, including the very popular Vault Series program. The top 32 players from each region, following the end of 7 weeks' worth of action, they play in a playoff, a 32-player playoff, and the winner of them will get a space at the Modus Super Series in 2026. And this is the great thing about what the ADC and the Vault system does. Literally, anybody can play at any time, and if you're good enough, you can mix it with the best.
Yeah, absolutely. The platform is incredible. There's no doubt about it. If you think you're decent enough, or you're looking to gain experience, these are perfect opportunities to do so. And like I said, works out well, you can find yourself here playing at the Super Series or even the ADC Global Championships here live on Pluto TV.
96.
And I can tell you, literally anybody can play in an ADC Vault event because I have played in 2 in my non-illustrious playing career. I have won a game
140.
with an overall running average over those competitions of about 42.5.
140.
Bernard, that is absolutely fantastic, Henry.
Be world #1 in no time at all. I was once the
100.
ADC Southeast
Phil,
and
you require
London's 1,346th best player.
That's higher ranked than I have been in the ADC yet, but I will be looking to better that stat.
Stein, you require 146.
It's a good start on a 146. Decided to stay on the triple 20 for a double 13.
110.
But comes down, cleans it up nicely,
you
and
require
leaves a
90.
double 8. 18.
$74. Stein, you require 36.
Stein for double 9.
Game shot on the second leg. Stein Deklerck.
And he nails it.
Third
Up
leg,
2-0.
it's Stein to throw first. Game on.
This is a contest which is all about just getting done and won. But the problem that Phil Johnson-Hale has is, as scrappy a game as
60.
this is, he's got to come back on the hockey on the other side of an advert break and take on Carl Wilson.
61.
And although he's not going to win today, he's certainly gained a lot of experience here up on that stage.
43.
And I'm sure he'll be itching to get back here again.
$60. $60.
And if it weren't for Johnny and Carl in this group, Deklerck's played a fairly decent day.
80.
His stats have been good. He's been mid to high 80s for most of it. He just been on the wrong end of a couple of losses. But he should hold his head
28.
high. He has certainly acquitted himself well here this week.
96. $60.
Both of them are definitely subpar from what they've thrown today.
But
that's a nice maximum
180.
from Johnson-Hale, leaving double 12. As he does try to get back into this match.
140.
I declare with the
Phil, you require
140 leaves
24.
himself in situ, but 2-12 to half the
Game
deficit.
shot on the third
Back to
leg.
2-1, and all of a
Phil
sudden, this game
Johnson-Hale.
returns to throw.
Fourth leg, it's Phil to throw first. Game on.
And Phil has thrown in spurts where he has taken a couple of legs on the spin. But he hasn't been able to put it together for a full
100.
match. So with him coming up next against Carl, that could pose a little problem. If he can put it together.
60.
And of course, Carl looking for a scoreline win to go and win the group and to become the first confirmed quarter-finalist at this year's ADC Global
84.
Championship. Don't forget, we're back tonight from 7:30 p.m. Do note that time in your diary as we get Group 2 underway, and perhaps
88.
the best group, on paper at least, in terms of name value in this year's tournament. We'll see Adam Leake, our Australian friend, return alongside Callum Goffin, Peter Wachuri of Kenya, and the tournament favourite Tom Sykes, who at the beginning of play today was 9-2 on with the odds compilers to pick up the checkered trophy on January the 4th.
$125.
Another solid score from Phil Johnson-Hale.
60.
He has
Phil, you
left
require
everybody's favorite.
132.
The 1-3-2. Start on the bullseye here. No, he's going to stay with the 20s.
100.
Solid ton, leaves a double 16 when he comes back.
$100. Phil, you require
Leaves a 1-3-6, but it's a big ask. But 32 for 2-2. Gonna have to come around, change the angle.
No score.
But he has come up
Starting to
short.
require 136.
Well, Deklerck's already taken this out today, but he's not going to do so for a second time. Took it out in his previous game against Carl Wilson.
46.
Well, they were flying around everywhere, weren't they,
Phil,
as
you require
Johnson-Hale
32.
comes back for double 16 to square this matchup. 2-0 down,
Bench
remember,
on the fourth
and now
leg.
back on
Phil
level terms
Johnson-Hale.
at 2 apiece.
He'll be buzzing with that double 16.
Deklerck, it's Stein to throw first. Game on.
Although you'd like to be a fly on the wall in that practice room, wouldn't you, with Johnny Haynes and Carl Wilson? They're both sat in there together. They're the only
100.
two people in that practice, and yet they're the two people that are the only two that could win the group. And I just wonder what the dynamic's going to be like in there.
Yeah, you wonder, are they speaking to each other? Are they
140.
get backs turned to each other? Are they both glued to the tablet? I don't know. But it's definitely a different situation here for the
100.
players, because they're used to sitting in a room with 7 players or in a Super Series night 6 players, and it you just have one other guy, and that's the guy you're fighting with. So it is probably a little
28.
awkward.
And perhaps even more in particular, Wilson, probably that little bit of awkwardness because of the situation, yet he's the one that's got to go out to bat next against Phil Johnson-Hale.
Yeah, he's not got the job done yet. That's the key factor in this whole situation, and we have seen some crazy outcomes.
60.
You look at Connor Heenahan, made it through his group. That I think he was halfway in the taxi back to the airport thinking he was going home, but stranger things have happened, and like I said, you just have to wait
60.
till the last dart's thrown. But he has put himself in a great situation, and all Johnny can do is watch at this point.
Watch and hope that Phil Johnson-Hale
100.
will put in a better performance in the next game in comparison to the one that he's put in here, although there's a possibility he could break and lead 3-2.
130.
Getting that 130 to leave himself on a single to double when he comes back.
$59. Starting to require 51.
Okay, then Deklerck for a 3-2 lead. And
27.
he sails that double 16 a
Phil,
little
you
high
require
into the 8.
114.
Should leave double 6 left. And he hits it. What a finish.
Fifth leg.
3-2 lead.
Phil Johnson-Hale.
And now he will be throwing for the match.
Sixth leg, it's Phil to throw first. Game on.
Well, that's some way to turn a game around. A 114 rather unconventionally, but that also means now that every player's had a ton plus check out in this group. And if Johnson-Hale wins this leg, then everybody would have had a win in this group as well.
You wonder if Carl's in the back room watching what's going on here as well, because he's going to be sizing up his opponent to see what exactly he's up against. And right now, I'll tell you one thing. Phil is putting in a decent performance here at the end of this match.
43. $120.
You sense if he's not looking at Johnny Haynes, he's probably looking at this screen.
$38.
One thing I learned over the years, you can definitely not take anything for granted. But if I know Carl, he's probably on the practice board getting ready.
36.
His opponent's already on a board right now, being warmed up and in form. And that's another maximum from Phil Johnson-Hale.
Well, it was a rather tepid start to this particular encounter, but
Phil, you require
Phil Johnson-Hale, having trailed 2-0, has an opportunity to win 4 legs on the spin, but he's going to have to spurn one here. It's double top for the match, perform the spin, and that's the best leg of the lot. A 15 darter to get over the line, and following a sluggish start, the Storm wins for the spin, and he's going to have to stay on the stage because he takes on Carl Wilson in a couple of moments' time. A game which, if he fails to get to 3 legs, would confirm the spot of Carl Wilson into the quarterfinals of this year's ADC Global Championship.
$54. Charlie McGuire, 164. $44. $32. Charlie required 120.
Well, 120. He's got a fair, at least 2 handfuls at this. Just needs to stay
60.
there. That's a good shot. Halves his score. Leaves himself on a 2 darter.
$26. Charlie
Time on his
required
side
60.
to become back-to-back singles champion.
$40.
Definitely a couple of nerves in those last 2 darts. But he'll be coming back.
The moment he's been in before this situation. Standing at the back of the stage,
Charlie
approaching the
required
Yoki with
20.
a chance to win the title.
He did this to win the first title, if you remember.
11.
I think he's gone. I think he's gone to bust it, maybe. The first title he wanted 20. He went 6-7-7 to win it. He had a chance to replicate it again.
Yeah, I get the feeling that was for a bust. And
39.
on that situation there, George Gave wasn't even
9.
able to take it out going to the 18s on that switch.
Yeah, I think he just panicked a bit, but he's done well to get that big one.
Sometimes can be the hardest part.
Georgia requires
This is it.
79.
It's got to be 19s. It's got to be 19s for this shot. Big 20 and a double. He's got the first one. He's going to get a match dart here.
$59. Charlie
Threw the entire
required
body into that
8.
one. Just didn't want to let go of the dart.
No score.
He's given George a chance.
Georgia require 20.
I think George has been quite good on double 10 today.
So many opportunities for Charlie Murphy. Couldn't get the job done.
The match! And the Red Dragon
George
Modus
Skate.
Super Series Influencers Champion, George Skate!
Welcome back to the ADC Global Championship, where before the break we saw Phil Johnson-Hale get the better of Deklerck by 4 legs to 2. Now for that man in your picture there, Carl Wilson, for as long as he can keep Phil Johnson-Hale on 2 legs or less in this game, he will progress through to the quarterfinals of this year's championship. I say this year's championship, he'll be playing next year at these particular finals, which will take place on Sunday, the 4th of January. Every single dart is live here on Pluto TV. For Phil Johnson-Hale, having just won before the break, and actually he was 2-0 down. The game wasn't great for the first few legs, but he managed to rally off a couple of decent legs in succession. I wonder how he's going to treat this game against Carl Wilson here. Obviously for him, it's going to be the end of his global championship campaign come the end of this one. So he's going to want to finish with a bit of a flourish.
Yeah, and he certainly did in his last match. Last leg he took out on a 15 darter. He does have the throw here, and that could be tricky here for Carl.
97.
But if he can do what he did in his last match against Johnny, produce something similar, you really expect Carl to get through here.
43. $60.
Should say Phil has had 9 180s, tying Johnny for the table lead today in that department. So shows you that he can throw in the scores, but he just hasn't been as consistent as he would like today.
140.
He does pop in a 140 here, and he has pretty good control on this first leg.
$60.
Carl does need to keep him within
Phil,
2
you
legs.
require 111.
Keep within getting more than 2 legs. He has a shot at 111,
91.
just underneath. But Carl Wilson, back on 280, has not done anywhere near enough in a match he needs to win.
55. Phil, you require 20.
So 2 10s for leg
Game
1.
shot on the first
And remember,
leg, Phil Johnson-Hale.
the magic number is 3 if you're Johnny Haynes. If Phil Johnson-Hale could
Second
at
leg,
least
it's
get
Cole
to
throw
that,
first. Game on.
there is still an outside chance for the punk. But that would also be reliant on Johnny beating Deklerck in the final game by a 4-0 scoreline.
And I can guarantee you, Johnny's nose is glued to that monitor downstairs right now. That is the perfect start for him.
45.
Do have to ask Jeff, it's the first time we played this new format today. What have you made of the 4-player group, the dynamic of players playing back-to-back matches
60.
and that one player from 4 making it through?
Yeah, especially when you have an even number and you only have 4 players, you have so many potential ties,
100.
leg difference possibilities and stuff that you don't normally have in other situations. It definitely makes it enthralling to watch. But again, like I said, Carl Wilson needs to be careful here because he's not exactly come out of the gates here flying. And his opponent has just played a match on the stage and he's already comfortable up there.
100.
But that is better from Carl Wilson.
$100.
Phil looks like he has nothing to lose and he's throwing quite fluently.
It's that dynamic of a player with everything to lose up against a player that's literally out there free rolling.
60. $100.
That's a solid ton. Puts pressure on this double 10 for Carl, but he needs this game desperately. Going inside. And he's spawned the chance at that double 5, slid into the double 12. Now Johnson-Hale can really make things difficult now for Carl Wilson.
Game shot on the second leg, Phil Johnson-Hale.
Is Carl Wilson beginning to see the eye of the storm? 2-0 to Phil Johnson-Hale. And if he wins another leg here, does the man who won the East of England qualify to get here? Johnny Haynes has an opportunity to win the group in the next match, irrespective of the end result of this one.
Johnson-Hale has been at the bottom of this table all day long. He hasn't been putting in big averages. He's been steady, but now he's throwing in excess of 90 average, which is his best for the day.
100.
He runs up to grab that 140. And he is also in control of this leg as well.
92.
Well, just having a look at the numbers here, Jeff. Phil averaging 94 at a couple of legs. Carl Wilson's not even straggling into the 70s as far as his average is concerned.
140.
It's a huge game for him, but he's not been able to provide the goods. And Phil Johnson-Hale, right at the very end of his day, the tail end of his campaign, is finding by far and by way the best darts he's thrown at any point in these championships.
138.
Last match, Carl's back was against the wall.
60.
He produced the goods. Now, when he has a much easier situation, even though it's a finishing line situation, he's just not performing.
60. Phil, you require 78.
He's got one dart at tops.
38.
And if Carl Wilson is going to get through this, he's going to need some help.
94. Phil, you
Now
require
we're just having a look
40.
at some more permutation. We'll do that in a second. Johnson-Hale to ensure it goes to the last. If he finds this double
Game's
top,
on
it
the
means
third
that we
leg.
will go down to the
Phil
last game to
Johnson-Hale.
ensure who qualifies through. Carl Wilson is in a spot of bother here, and if Phil Johnson-Hale can win this game by 4 legs to 0, it would mean that Johnny Haynes would only need 2 legs in the final match against Deklerck to guarantee his qualification through to the quarterfinals.
60.
Big time drama at the end of this day.
93.
We knew it was going to be close. We knew it was going to be interesting. But you can't write the script.
58. $42. $100.
This is better from Carl. But he has a huge mountain to climb in front of him right now.
86. $83.
Just catches the last 19 there. Keeps him in control of this leg. But Phil has been just
100.
relentless on that 20.
And of course, we mentioned what this means for Carl Wilson, but for Phil Johnson-Hale, if he can win these games back-to-back, he'll move on to 4 points above Deklerck in the table. And we mentioned the prize money differential
44.
in
Carl,
terms
you
of
require
finishing positions
60.
outside of winning the group. That's an extra £100 for him.
Game's on the 4th leg. Carl Wilson.
Good leg from Carl Wilson to rebound.
5th leg, it's
Solid
Phil to
17
throw
darter.
first. Game on.
But this has been probably Carl's worst performance of the day.
45.
Averaging just above 76 and a half.
Just when it mattered the most as well for Carl Wilson. Now, if PJH wins this game 4-1, then Johnny Haynes would only need 3 legs in his final game against Deklerck to win his place through to the quarterfinals.
93. $100.
That great start that Phil had. He doesn't want to. This is kind of reminiscent of what he's been doing today. He's been putting a couple of legs together that are very, very good, but he's not backing those up.
$96. $89.
Carl's now in the finishing range.
100. Carl, you require 116.
As is Johnson-Hale. His a little bit bigger. He's not going to get a dart at this finish. He's certainly making hard work.
44. Phil, you require 143.
This for the match, and this to put the ball very much in the court to Johnny Haynes. 66 left. Wilson looking at 72 to reel another one back
87.
in.
Carly requires 72.
He's going to have 2. He only needs
Shot
1.
on the 5th leg. Carl Wilson.
Pulls it back to 3-2.
6th flag, it's Cole to throw first.
And for those of you who've
Game
been
on.
paying attention to the permutations, you probably know what I'm about to say next. If Phil Johnson-Hale wins his leg, Johnny Haynes would have to win by any margin.
40. $47.
Slow start from both players here.
$40.
Not the time for that stuff for Carl Wilson.
$68.
As an opponent, you see a 5 and a 111 up there, you're thinking, oh, thank goodness.
Yeah.
And then that last arc goes in. When you're in a struggle to find any form at all, those ones hurt.
58.
Last started, they're just the worst, aren't they? Particularly when you're finishing off a leg and you see they've missed 2 and you think, right, I've got a bit of hope here, I'm going to come
26.
back. And then, particularly if the target's covered and then they hit the target, you're like, well, in Mervyn King-esque words, really?
Exactly.
133.
Now in reverse, it's the opposite scenario. Hit the 60 and then slide into the 1 and the 5. That's music to your ears.
121.
That's some good timing there from Phil Johnson-Hale. He's reeled this game back in the level.
60.
And that only leaves the 170. Can Phil get this handy?
97.
He does catch a triple, which is going to leave a 142.
170. $100. Phil,
That's
you
a good
require
ton from Carl.
142.
But there's the first triple. He stayed there, was going for double 11. It was a good guide, just unlucky on the
90.
miss.
Carly requires 70.
Well, he was 3-0 down in this game, Carl Wilson. And he's going to get a dart to level this up. However, if he misses it, he'll have darts against him to lose the contest. So
38.
Phil Johnson-Hale is going to
Phil,
come
you
back looking
require
at 52 to complete a 4-2 win. And it would mean that Johnny Haynes would be a win away from the quarterfinals. Double 16 for the match. Now double 8.
44. Carl, you require
Inside with
32.
both. Wilson back again.
What kind of adrenaline is going through his hands right now?
Game shot on the 6th flag. Carl Wilson.
Ice cold,
7th
apparently.
fan final leg. It's Phil to throw
Did
first.
dig it out.
Game on.
He knows that was important and how close he was to going out right there.
45.
So, it's beginning of the leg permutations bingo time again, everyone. And this one's a little bit more complicated.
58.
Because this is a difference between Johnny Haynes needing a 4-0 win in his last match or any kind of win in his final game against Deklerck. Carl Wilson wins this, then Haynes will need the lot against the Belgian. If Johnson-Hale can
85.
hang on and win this game, then any margin of victory would be good enough for Johnny to make it through to the next stage of the competition.
59.
There are so many variables in this format.
54.
Carl, you need to get going, boy.
94.
Good switch on that treble 18. Pulls out a 94. But Phil is not relenting.
140.
Carl Wilson is being made to work for this, and he may not even get it at all. His hopes may well rely on a
60.
favour from a Belgian that he probably met for the first time about 3.5 hours ago.
$97.
Another huge catch on that third dart. All Carl can do is apply pressure.
140. Phil, you require
Cross his
80.
fingers, toes, legs, you name it. It's going to be one dart at tops for the match.
Game shot out.
Well, that is despair of the highest degree for Carl Wilson. And don't say that these ADC Global Championships don't mean anything, because that look on the face of Carl Wilson tells you how big this competition is and how much winning this means to the players. He now has to hope that Deklerck could do him the biggest favour in the world, because for Johnny Haynes, any win would make him the first quarter-finalist at this year's championships.
Well, what a game we've just seen. against Phil Johnson-Hale and Carl Wilson. A 4-3 victory for Phil. Now taken to the hockey, we have Johnny Haynes and Stein Deklerck. And this is going to be exciting. The winner, if Johnny Haynes wins this, he goes through.
First leg,
If he loses it, Carl
first.
Wilson
Game on.
goes through. So a real high pressure situation here. And if Deklerck takes victory over Haynes, he's going to be Wilson's best friend.
Yeah, it's sit on the
58.
edge of your seat stuff, isn't it? We are trying to find our first quarter finalist.
83. $100.
Can you imagine what Wilson's
60.
nerves are jangling now? It's out of his control now. He's got to just sit back and see what happens and hope for the best.
100.
To be fair, his average had dropped off to a 75 in that game, and it's a vulnerable average, isn't it? He made himself vulnerable, and it's understandable that there were some nerves attached to that, and kind of the more times you get in that situation, the more times you get used to it. And probably experience-wise, Johnny Haynes has been in that situation a little more than most.
75.
He showed bottle,
Johnny
didn't he?
requires
And
63.
he was 3-0 down again in that match, so he did well to bring himself back and just couldn't get over the line. But tops here
23.
is missed for Haynes to take the first leg.
$59. Johnny requires 40.
Tops end for the first leg.
Game shot on the
Makes
first
no
leg.
mistake, pins it with his
Johnny
first dart.
Haynes.
On a 16 dart leg for Johnny
Second leg
Haynes.
is Johnny to
Leads
throw
1 leg to 0.
Game on.
Haynes will be feeling that he's kind of already messed up by losing to Wilson, being top of the group most of the day.
60.
Or most of the session, and then in game 9 lost it on leg count back.
25.
Stein Deklerck here, not helping Carl Wilson at all. But it's all about helping yourself. And Johnny is really helping himself here, Johnny Haynes. Second 180 of the game already. Teetering along at 101 average. You feel that
100.
he doesn't want to make the mistake again.
$36. $140.
Good Tom 40 there from Deklerck.
$80. $100. Johnny require 145.
Deklerck having a better leg here. Haynes still holding the throw.
65. Steiner require 136.
Well, the 136 won't go. So Haynes will return for
48.
80.
Johnny require 80.
For a 2-0 lead. Finds
So-
a treble 20.
Yeah, 2 at double
Yeah,
10.
he's on
Only
the
needs the
second
1.
leg. Johnny Haynes.
Haynes is running for home, isn't he? He's running for the line.
Third leg, it's Stein to throw first. Game on.
17 dart leg. Previous one a 16, averaging 91.
60.
And another max
180.
for Haynes, his third of this contest. Within 2 legs, or 3 legs, sorry.
140.
This is 11th of the day as well.
This is great darts from Haynes. Sees the finishing line, doesn't he? When he's racing towards it.
100.
Fantastic.
171.
The short irons into the green from Haynes have been absolutely sublime in this leg.
41. Johnny requires 16. Game shot on the third leg.
Tremendous
Johnny
darts here
Haynes.
from Johnny Haynes, averaging 106.21.
He knows that this is his chance. A slight issue with the scoreboard.
Well, even the computer's getting excited about this.
Oh, it's getting hot under the collar.
That was a 10 darter from Haynes.
So
Haynes is 1 away to finish top of the table.
140.
Be the first quarter finalist of the ADC Global Championships.
26.
He's not over the line yet. And a 26 there. Deklerck coming into the game, starting to hit trebles himself, throwing with a bit of freedom. Back-to-back 140s for him. It's on the Haynes throw as well. Johnny will have in his head, he's got to keep throwing like this if he's going to get me. And at the moment, he is continuing to throw like it. 3 140s on the trot for Deklerck. Where has he been for the rest of the group on the form like that?
140. Don't require 81.
Well, 81 after 9, he leaved. Well, 53 left.
Kind of didn't need to go that way, did he, with Haynes back on 235. He went 12 for ball. Probably no need.
65. Starting to require 40.
Haynes has left 170 in case he can get back.
30.
Well, he will have a pop at the 170. And what a way to win it this would be. It's not to be. So Stein will return for 10.
60. Stein require 10.
Double 4. And he finds it, gets a leg on the board.
Fifth leg, it's Stein to throw first. Game on. $59.
So Deklerck had a 18 dart leg of his own. It was looking so much better with the 3 140s leaving 81.
60.
Took a further 9 darts to get out, but he had bought himself the time.
140.
Well, seems to be raising his game, doesn't he? Now,
85.
Well, he was being nowhere in the first 3 legs, hasn't he? Although Haynes was pretty outstanding in those first 3 legs. Now Deklerck is starting
82.
to find some trebles of his own and causing Johnny Haynes some headache.
60.
Wilson will be in the back room. A big Deklerck fan as we sit and watch. He'll be feeling every
60.
dart, you would think.
Well, he leaves himself on 160 after 12.
57.
And Haynes struggling in this leg.
60.
And he manages a 60.
You feel that Haynes needs 139 here. It's got to go downstairs.
99. Starting to require 100.
Well, he's hit the one top. Can he find the other? He does.
John the fifth
Smack bang next to it.
Deklerck.
And he takes that
Deklerck
leg and
Johnny
another
Deklerck
18
first.
dart leg.
Game on.
And moves within 1 of Haynes.
Haynes here really has got to find something on throw.
41.
He knows it. This is a nervy Johnny Haynes we're seeing here.
100.
If we have a Deklerck throwing with all the freedom that he needs because he's not under any pressure. Haynes is the one under pressure.
100.
Stein got nothing to lose, has he?
Nothing whatsoever.
81.
He just saw Phil Johnson-Hale cause all the problems under the sun to Carl Wilson. And now Deklerck is doing
60.
exactly the same to Haynes. And the thing for Haynes, and the problem that he has, is he doesn't have the darts in the last leg. Should Deklerck take this one,
42.
you think the momentum will go with Deklerck into that last leg and he would be favourite. So it's all now or never, I feel, for Haynes.
180.
Well, that's a good pick off there. Doesn't leave a finish, but
94.
Again, Deklerck just keeps chipping away. Keeps finding those big trebles.
yeah, neck and neck in this leg.
40.
And that is going to hurt.
It's not just going to hurt. That is massive in the situation. That was like in the treble 20. He'll be feeling in his head now that he's 60 points short of where he needed to be.
Johnny,
He's
you
got
require
fortunate. Deklerck has slid down the side of his first 2 darts and hit a 1.
And this 142 is on.
110.
What a finish that would have been to get himself as our first quarter finalist. He's going to have to wait. Deklerck coming back. Oh, double 16. You are kidding me.
27.
This is amazing darts here. This is super stuff. Haynes then for the win to be our first quarter finalist. Double 16.
16.
Oh, the chance goes begging. He knows it's gone begging.
16.
Deklerck is back to level up. Haynes may have to do all the hard work again. He's not read the manual, has he, Haynes?
11.
He over pitches. Goes
Johnny
into the
requires
11th. So
16.
opportunity again for Haynes to get over the line. Double 8. Double 4. This is his favourite. And it is his favourite. He gets over the line, takes that 4-2 victory and qualifies for the quarterfinals with that win. What a game that was. It went right to the end. Coming up after the break, we'll hear from Henry.
Yeah, when we get back from the break, we will have Johnny Haynes up with Henry and Jeff in the box to get all the reaction to what's happened in our Group 1 of Phase 2 this afternoon.
40.
You will be disappointed with that. He wanted to have
Graham
one dart for the match.
requires 20.
Graham Usher wins the first game of Champions Night, and it was an absolute ripper. He hit one of them on tops. He missed one on double 12. Which one is it? It's the hit.
Outside opportunity for Andy Hamilton. Van der Velde should be getting a match start again here. He's already had one. Mr. Dart at tops for the match to win 4-1. And he Dart at double 16 gets the job done there for Jurgen van der Velde. He gets over the line with a 4-2.
Did he go for tops, or did he just overshoot the single? Jimmy doesn't care. Jimmy just looks to eat this up to make the semi-finals for the second time. Adam Gablas has been eliminated. Keep us guessing. This time he's trying to leave double 18. He knows best, and he takes the lead. He's 2 darts away
requires 86.
from a Super Series final. He's 1 dart away. He doesn't need any more darts. Jeff Smith makes the Series 11 final. Is Usher losing his cool a little bit here?
Oh, absolutely. Right now, I'd say the head's gone. And you don't have long to recover. It is very, very short format darts. Vansky's halfway to victory.
He only needs one more. Jimmy Vansky is yet again into a Modus Super Series final.
Flashback vibes. Can Jimmy Vansky do the same? Just needs the one treble here on the 19s. Finds it. For the ball.
101.
Oh, unlucky. A lot of pressure on it. He's going to split it. 2 darts for double 4 for the match.
Game. Shot. And the Modus Super Series 11 champion, Jeff Smith.
Well, I tell you what, these new 4-player formats have delivered in terms of drama this afternoon here at the ADC Global Championship. It went all the way down to the final game. Phil Johnson-Hale beat Carl Wilson 4-3 in match number 11, which opened up the door for Johnny Haynes. He had to beat Deklerck to get through. He was 3-0 up. Stein pulled a couple back, but he has just about got over the line. 10 points was enough for him to make it through. Carl Wilson in second spot on 8. Phil Johnson-Hale in third position on 4. And Deklerck bottom of the group with just 2 points to his name. So our first quarter-finalist at this year's ADC Global Championship is Johnny Haynes. And he joins myself and Jess Smith here in the studio. And breathe, Johnny.
Yeah, I know.
That looks like hard work out there.
I made it hard work in the end. 2-0 up against Carl. Shut down, they couldn't hit nothing. 3-0 up in the last game, shut down, couldn't hit nothing. Done 10 darter, then couldn't hit nothing.
In terms of the format, how brutal was it?
It's brutal as hell, yeah. Especially when you got to double it, when you got to come off, straight back on. That's probably the hardest. You ain't got time to go out for anything, have a drink or anything. Straight on, straight off.
How difficult is that? And was that something that you, before you went in, was that something you knew you had to do at some point today? Or was it something you only found out when you saw the draw sheet?
No, I only found out today when I see the draw sheet. Because I thought that Alan was going to do it with 4 players, 2 players. 1 player's got to play 2 on the shot. Otherwise, yeah, it don't work out.
Well, Jeff, you've been watching Johnny on commentary throughout the course of the afternoon. What would you say was some of the strengths behind his play today?
Obviously, he was the best scorer of the bunch, no doubt about it. Piled in 180s, all at the right times. But it got a little nervy at the end there, didn't it?
Yeah. Twitchy.
I know Carl played really well against you in the last 4 legs, and he gave himself that chance.
Yeah.
But he handed it back in the next match because you could tell he definitely came out flat and was nervous himself. The format causes drama.
Drama, yeah, big drama.
Right.
Really big drama.
What was going through your head in that last match?
In the last match, I thought, right, you need a win. Because I didn't know if I lost 4-3, I thought, no, I'll fit them out. So I had to win. When I went 3-0 up and then shut down, and then Stein started hitting, I think, oh no, don't do this to me.
I suppose one of the keys behind today was you and Carl Wilson. I mean, we were talking about at the top of the show, you two were two of the best performers in the first phase of the competition. And what was those games like? Particularly because both of you actually had to play one another on the back of your double banker games.
Yeah. Me and Carl's played a few games. We was at Haddenham, and me and him were playing. We were going 180, 180, 180, 180. So we know what each other can do. It's mental game.
And what an opportunity now that's ahead of you into the quarterfinals of the ADC Global Championship. This trophy, Johnny, is a little bit closer to your reach now. What would winning this trophy mean to you?
I don't know, mate. It'd be absolutely mental. I mean, I've never won anything like that in my life. I've qualified for Ali Pali, qualified for Lakeside, but I've never actually won anything like that in my life. So it's life-changing for me.
We'll have another chat with you in just a second, Johnny. Jeff, we've got one more group to go on this Tuesday. We'll be back from 7:30 p.m. for Group 2. And this, perhaps, on paper, is the tightest, toughest group of the lot. Tom Sykes, the bookmaker's favourite to go and win it. You've got Adam Leake, who played superbly in Phase 1. Peter Wachurbi of Kenya, he's a great story. And obviously Callum Goffin, who only just dropped off tour last year. That could be really, really competitive.
Yeah, it's the exact same scenario. The 4-man groups are so tight. And like I said, I thought at the first of the day, you're going to have a couple of guys that's going to front run and get away. I can't see that group getting away from each other, and there's just too much quality in the group. For you two, when you were playing, you and Carl, Tui is, we kind of had an idea it was going to be you two from the get-go, and whoever was going to put the performance in for the day, which I believe you did. But at the same time, it got nervy at the end. And it just creates so much drama, and it's fun to watch. I can't imagine playing it.
Final question then, Johnny, goes to you. Is January the 4th the biggest day of your darts life so far?
Yeah, it could be, as long as the motorway's opened, because they shut it from the 24th to the 4th.
You've been preparing, haven't you?
I drove down today and I see it shut to the 4th. So it opens open on the 4th. If not, I'll have to hire a helicopter.
I know it's 60 grand to the winner, but I'd say it now, you'll be spending all your winnings in a helicopter. Have you heard of a thing called a train?
Yeah, but they don't run all the time now, do they?
Right, let's quickly, swiftly move on before we go down a rabbit hole. Johnny, many, many congratulations. I'll see you on January the 4th, whether it be by plane, train or automobile. And yes, that is a Christmas film. Johnny, many congratulations. Jeff, we'll see you later on tonight. There's plenty coming up on Pluto TV between now and our evening session. And next up, we've got a brand new programme for you. It's the Modus Moment series, where some of the stars here at the Live Lounge in Portsmouth look back at some of the best moments they've had here at the Super Series. Tonight, we'll be looking back at Devon Peterson, of course, the reigning ADC Global Championship winner, and Derek Coulton, somebody who's played in 5 consecutive Modus Super Series Champions Weeks. Then tonight, Tom Sykes is top of the bill. He is the main attraction as Knockout Group 2 gets underway. That's a 7:30 p.m. start here on Pluto TV. We've also got the Australian Adam Leake. We've got Peter Wachurbi of Kenya and Callum Goffin of Wales. It's fair to say that the global element of the Global Championship will be in store. Scott Mitchell's with us for Double Trouble 4. That's Monday from 9:30 a.m. and hopefully this time we'll remember to start on a double. And then the grand final, the Global Championship, is going to feature Johnny Haynes. Will be on Sunday, the 4th of January from 12:30 here on Pluto TV. Well, the drama of the awesome foursomes has seen Johnny Haynes prevail. The Punk will be in Portsmouth on January the 4th. From all of us here, we'll see you tonight. Bye-bye for now. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment we've all been waiting for.
Graham Hall! The silencer, Jeff Smith!
People were cheering.
Game's up.
That is special.
It's Tom Sykes!
African warrior, Dylan Deklerck!
Are you ready to lift that trophy, Darius? Yes. Let's do it then. Ladies and gentlemen, your Modus Super Series 9 champion is Lucky D, Darius Lewandowski!
Well, what a wonderful night of darts we have seen, and we are ready. Our champion is ready, and it's trophy time. So receive the trophy. £25,000. The new Modus Super Series champion, the Terminator, Marvin Van Velzen. And one more time, the 8th Modus Super Series champion, the Terminator, Marvin Van Velzen. And the new Modus Super Series champion is Andreas Dirty Harrison. And one more time, the 7th Modus Super Series champion. Give it up for Andreas Dirty Harrison!
The moment we've all been waiting for. Would you please show your appreciation for your Series 6 Modus Super Series champion, Scott Taylor!
One more time, your new Modus Super Series champion. He is Chucky. He is Jim McEwen.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Modus Super Series champion, retaining his title, the Nuke, Luke Littler!